What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and did you guys see the set of nuts on Edin Terzic? Huge cojones going into this game. I don't think anyone here can argue that that is the biggest, I guess, I don't even know how to describe it. I was shocked. I did not think that he was going to put Ansgar Knauff in the starting 11. I mean, I'm not totally against it. I'm not totally for it. I put it on Twitter just recently, and you guys were killing it with the votes, and it seems about almost 75%, a little bit more than that, of you guys think that it's the right decision to do. So, I mean, interesting to see what you guys think, but yeah, I mean, if you guys came over from the preview over on Dortmund's Twitch, welcome back. We broke that down. It was a lot of fun, and now we have a huge tie coming up. So, gonna get into some of the comments. We'll pull up the starting 11, which I'm assuming a lot of you guys have already seen it because it is quite the starting 11 prediction. And we'll see how you guys are doing. Joshua Carrasco is here. How you doing? It's not Carrasco. I always call you Carrasco because of Yannick Carrasco. Sorry, Joshua. My bad. How do I pronounce? I don't even know how to pronounce your last name. Joshua, you're going to have to explain to me how to pronounce your last name properly because I'm not going to try it again because I just called you Carrasco. But you know what? It's Yannick Carrasco. You can take it as a compliment. Dan says he really wants to win this game. I think that it would be quite the game. I mean, mainly just because this is a Manchester City team in unbelievable form. On top of that, this is a competition that they like to bottle. If you guys did not see some of the comments that we had in some of our videos of late, it's a lot of worried Manchester City fans, and it's going to be pretty cool to see if they decide to bottle it themselves. Alex is here and says, we're going to get shat on. Why is Knauff playing? So I'm assuming that's a lot of the questions that you guys are going to have about Ansgar Knauff playing, and I have a theory. Just going to read one more here. And it kind of goes with Alex's. So I'm going to add it to Alex's question as well. So do you think starting Knauff is good? I mean, he's never played a single game in his career as a pro. Only 15 to 20 minutes, or 10 to 15 minutes, and now he's going to play against Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League. Tell me your thoughts from MXD21, along with Alex, and probably a lot of you guys as well want to know. I'm just going to get comfortable here to get ready to explain to you guys why it's... I don't know. I don't know how to put it properly, but it's not a poor idea. It's not a poor idea. So this is my theory about it. Ansgar Knauff is one for the future. We all know that. We've seen him in the preseason, at least I did, have some pretty impressive spells. He came on a couple weeks ago for his first real taste against Cologne, where he was absolutely fantastic in the very short amount of time he played. But then I didn't think he was overly that impressive in the Frankfurt game. I thought he came on and relatively just did a lot of running around, didn't do a whole lot of anything. And it was kind of worrying. I'm just going to adjust the mic here for you guys. Hopefully that's better. Is that good? Producer T gives me a thumbs up. We're okay. But yeah, it was an interesting play to introduce him in the team because I thought he was doing so well for the U23s. I didn't know how much he was going to get integrated. And he, like I said, he did fantastic in the Cologne game, but I thought he was very quiet in the Frankfurt game. So the fact that he didn't overly impress me in the Frankfurt game, which is fine because he can't immediately come in and always do fantastic, but it really worried me that he wasn't going to get a chance again. And to my surprise, I was wrong, and he's going to get a chance to start the very next game in a game like this. So I take your point, MXD, and everyone's point that he has not played barely any minutes. And yeah, there's no getting around that. He has not. However, in a game like this, when Manchester City is going to have a lot of the possession, they're going to have a lot of the ball, we're going to sit back. I think we're lining up pretty nicely against it. I say that because it's going to be a four defense. It's kind of self-explanatory. But we have the three-man midfield, which I think is very important. I couldn't really see him going any other formation besides our beautiful Christmas tree in the 4-3-2-1, and he did exactly that. But if you look at the options that we had up front to play beside, because I'm fine with everything else. So Producer T, bring up the starting 11, and we're going to dissect it a little bit. Because I'm still on the very first question. There's going to be a lot of comments in here. So I'm going to rip through a few of them. I'm a Man City fan. I love Brandt at Bayern Leverkusen because he reminded me a lot of Kevin De Bruyne. Would you say he is similar to the style of play, or no? I mean, he doesn't do what Kevin De Bruyne does, but he's a decent center attacking mid. Hasn't really been able to play that position very often and very much for our boys here. So no, not really. No. Knocked out today from Bayern now. A proud member on the channel is our friend from George. Ooh, I like Brandt a lot. I hope he reaches potential. Yeah, it'll depend. I don't know if he'll ever reach his potential. I think a lot of it's gonna have to do with the fact if he's able to really find form and if he's able to play in his comfortable position. Is Zagadou playing for you? He is playing for us, but he had a lot of injury problems this year, so he hasn't had a ton of minutes. Hope PSG knocks Bayern out tomorrow. But okay, let's digest some of this starting 11 for you guys. So this is my theory about it. In goal, we have Hits. No surprise. I mean, everyone can make the argument, maybe Berkey, but Berkey's not going to get introduced back into the starting 11. I think that ship has sailed. Right back, like I said, I thought it was going to be Chan, but it is Marai. No problem with that whatsoever. The only reason I wasn't going to pick Marai was because I thought Terzic didn't really want to risk not having Chan play, on top of the fact that I thought maybe Marai wasn't completely match fit, but he's in. That's good. He's had some good performances in the Champions League. The two center backs, not a surprise. It's Hummels, it's Akanji with Guerrero as our left back. The three-man midfield, I had Delaney in. I don't know if there's something that went on there, why he's not starting, but I'm assuming Chan or Dahoud will play kind of more of that defensive with probably Chan, and then having Dahoud and Bellingham do what they do in press. So like I said, we're going to soak up a lot of pressure today. We're going to have a lot of people coming at us, and the number one way I see us getting on a score sheet today is honestly hitting them on a counter. Now, Royce isn't known for his wicked speed anymore. Gio Reyna's not the overly quickest player. Brandt's not a very quick player. Hazard is a decent winger, decent pace. That's why I kind of went with him. But I think Ansgar Knauff, if you're looking at speed, has arguably the best speed. And if you're going to hit someone on the break, and you're looking for that kind of quick pace, and he's had some positive results, Ansgar Knauff is not a bad look whatsoever. The thing that worries me is that he's young, he hasn't had a ton of minutes, and he's coming up in what is times 50, the biggest performance of his life. So it's going to be interesting. That's why I said Terzic has got a set of nuts on him to come up here and make this kind of call. Because I would put Hazard, because Hazard's got more pace than Gio and Brandt does, and I think he'd be more influential in counterattacking football. And arguably you could say that maybe Ansgar, if he has a good game and is able to kind of cope with this kind of pressure, can come up there with the speed and then just kind of win the ball back when he can and hopefully hit Haaland. All right. I feel like Knauff starting definitely indicates the plan is to attack. Yeah, Dylan, I agree. I think that it's all about pace is my opinion, is why he's in that starting 11. It has to be. And it makes sense. Like I said, like he's got the pace, he's got the ability, he could be a very influential player on today's match. Please stop Man City. We're gonna do our best. If I'm scared, I'm gonna say scared. This is a crazy game, but hello to everyone. Welcome, Serious Collector. How you doing, my man? We will win. Hey, Bay. Payne is here. He's very nervous about the starting 11. I know that. I know Terzic is trying to do, and he's trying to defend the first half and waste their stamina in the second half and strike. That's why Hazard, Brandt, and Reyna are on the bench. This is why you have the lineups. Read my comment. Alex, how you doing, my man? How's it going? Speaking about Knauff, I just arrived. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. That's my opinion of why he's in there. It's just because he's quick. He'll be good on counters. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. It shocked a lot of people. But like I said, I tossed it up on Twitter. If you guys want to check us out on Twitter, it seems like a lot of the BBB fans are totally for it. They're down for this kind of thing. And I was talking about it in the preview and over on Dortmund's Twitch, and I think it's fair. I think that we're the team going into this game with absolutely nothing to lose. We are not the favorites. We are away from home. We just got to go out there and try to get a result. And we're talking about a mindset and mentality and how Man City find a way to bottle it in these type of games. It's something that a Dortmund fan can hold on to. And if you're able to shut them down quickly and you're able to nick a goal, an away goal early in this match, I think it'll scare the crap out of Manchester City. And I think it'll throw off their game and could really mess with them during the home match. But man, I don't know. But man, it's going to be interesting. That is my theory. I want to know what you guys think about it as well. Because a lot of you guys said it's too early to introduce them. It's not the right move. It's too big of a risk. And that is totally, totally fair. Botspirit says he's happy about Knauff. I don't know how I feel about Knauff. Like, come on, man. He's used to playing against bums. I wouldn't say bums, but like I take your point at a little bit lower level. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. Bayern now is here to poke fun. But George usually cheers for the Bundesliga squad. So I don't know. But George, do you want to see Dortmund win today? I can't tell. You put 1 city, 2 city, 3 city, 4 city. So I'm assuming not. But George has been here in the past cheering on Dortmund because of the Bundesliga love. But I'm not sure. Josh, I'm stressing so hard. It's gonna be a stressful game, man. I don't know what to expect. I don't. And everyone who says, man, this is gonna be a shit show. We went over on a Steam company, so I got a real good look at what some of the City people think. I mean, there are some confident ones because, I mean, they're looking at the squads in front of them. They're looking at the form. They're looking at pretty much everything. But I'm also seeing a lot of City fans that are terrified. They're terrified that there's going to be a repeat. And I touched on it, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, the fact that probably the Monaco one. I know that Monaco had a great team, but they're not used to making it that deep in the Champions League. But the Monaco, the Tottenham, the Liverpool, and the Lyon of last season were all pretty big upsets, sort of, in their own kind of way. So Manchester City is used to kind of going out at this leg, and this would fall right into the category of a Manchester City disaster class. So there is that to hold on to. However, I'm not blind. I've seen what this team has done, and they've been much better than they have been in previous seasons. They especially at the back, they've tightened it up. Signing Ruben Diaz has been absolutely sensational. Watching Cancelo grow as a player, being able to play the left, on the right, it is dangerous, and is why you should be nervous. But like I said, we're not the favorites, man. I'm going in here with nothing to lose. I'm expecting to see Ansgar Knauff put up a show, because that's just how this tournament works. Josh, Champions League is back. It is, and all I can look at is Edin Terzic. Is all I can look at. Bro, what are these brats talking about Bayern winning the Champions League and the Super Cup again? I don't know. I didn't see any of them, to be honest. Bayern got lucky in the one game versus PSG, and over 2 legs, Bayern going out. There's a little debate going on. My money's on PSG just because of Lewandowski being out. I like the starting 11. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you like it or not? Because, I mean, I'm confused. I'm confused, but I get it. I'm confused that he actually said, you know what, I'm going for Knauff, and in front of Brandt, in front of Reina, in front of Hazard. But I get it just simply due to pace, and sometimes a player like that is more valuable in a counter-attacking kind of game. You can pull to the semis if y'all score and press hard. Yeah, and I agree. Like, producer T and I were talking just before we went live, and I asked him, I said, look, in your opinion, what's your biggest reason to give a little bit of hope to this squad? And Taylor said, and I think he's spot on, that they need to score first. And I agree. And I think that's the biggest way today, if we get a result over these 2 legs, it is scoring the first goal here. It's an away goal, which is basically worth 2, as we all know. And it would just put City in that mindset over the past 4 seasons and what it's been like. So a lot of you guys are asking who's Knauff. So Ansgar Knauff is a fantastic young winger who's playing for the U23s. He's lighting it up down there. I seen him play. He played up for the main squad in preseason, and he did very, very well. Him and Emmanuel Frey were the 2 young breakout stars, in my opinion, of the preseason, but he obviously wasn't quite ready. Wanted him to keep growing as a player, which is why he was playing down in the U23s, lighting it up, and had a couple of opportunities. And he came on against the Cologne game and led to the Holland equalizer, where I thought he was very, very good. And then I thought he was very, very quiet against the Frankfurt game, and that's what makes me nervous. It makes me nervous that in a game like Cologne, he could be good, because arguably, we're a better squad than Cologne. We should have a lot more of the ball, and you should see a lot more of Ansgar. But, I mean, Frankfurt, again, we're arguably a better team, but we're not playing better. And they had a complete game plan, and he just kind of looked quiet. He didn't have really any touches of the ball, and now we're going to get to a team like City, where we're not going to have a lot of the ball. And that's what I'm a little bit worried about, that he's going to go too long without touching the ball. So Bayern now, so here we go. George is cheering for us, so there we go. He does have the Germany love. He said, of course, but you ain't winning. So you know what? He's giving his honest opinion. Knauff played good against Cologne. He was brave. Last game, he was lost. And that's, yeah, you nailed it, my man. I hope his speed and bravery will be a good result today. I can't agree with that comment more. Loss was exactly what he looked like in the Frankfurt game, but he was very good when he came on in the Cologne game. A lot of love for the boys right now, getting excited. What I know, you can play on reaction if they scored in the first minutes, high press, like y'all did in the Super Cup. Yeah, it'll have to be a specific type of game plan, man. And we're about 10 minutes away from kickoff, and I have no idea what to expect. No idea, man. But PSG Chelsea final or Dortmund Chelsea final? You're predicting or you're asking me? Because if you're asking me, I'm gonna say obviously I would like a Dortmund Chelsea final. But I miss Axel Witsel, Chan, or Delaney partnership in the midfield. It gives the same sense of security in our defense. Yes, it does. And yeah, I mean, it sucks. It's injuries. But I mean, I do like our 3-man midfield. I really do. I think the fact that the partnership of Dahoud and Delaney have really grown. Usually it's in front of Delaney. And it's a very, I don't know. I really like those 3. I think they do well together. But now it's Chan coming in, who, again, will have the energy. alongside our two main men there, and Dahoud and Jude, and it's going to be interesting to see how they block up that midfield. Facts. We miss Witsel. Yes, we do. Where do you think we'll finish this season? I think we're going to finish either 4th or 5th. That is my opinion. I think that there is a lot of work to do, and we have to rely on a lot of other results to get in the top 4. So, I mean, I'd say it's 60-40 right now, finishing in 5th place. But, I mean, it is what it is. We had the match right there where we could have made this like a wide open challenge, and we didn't win it. We didn't even get a draw from it. We lost it, and it's putting us in an awful position. So hopefully the boys can come out here and do something special in the remainder of the season to get a top 4 or win the Champions League and get an automatic berth. But it's a tough task. It's a tough task. Who else can't wait to see Holland beating the actual hell out of City today? Phoenix, you are excited, and I respect it. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. Even if we score early, we're going to do what we did against Bayern and sleep. And yes, and that's where I was explaining that might be a little bit different. So, you guys remember in the Bayern game, we were up 2-0 very early, and then the tactics were absolutely terrible after that. We sat back way too deep and basically let them walk the ball into our net a handful of times. But I think this game would be a little bit different, because I think if we score early, especially in this specific match, it's pretty much like 2-0. And Bayern, I mean, they weren't honestly that concerned, in my opinion. I mean, I think they were surprised. But it was a one-off kind of game. They just eventually worked their way back into it, and they have that mentality that they can. They had the mentality of winning the Bundesliga. That's not uncommon knowledge. Manchester City do not have the mindset of winning Champions League games. I'm sorry, they just don't have that. So if we score a goal very early in this match, I think it'll scare them. I think it'll bring back poor memories. I think it'll scare the crap out of Pep. I think he may panic. He may change tactics. He may try to reach for anything, and it could really affect them. So I do think to give our boys a fair shake, I think scoring the first goal in this tie would be very interesting. And if City get it right and they get off to a quick start and they score, then I think it's going to be a mountain for our boys today. If I have to poop, does that mean I'm nervous? Where's Chris? Chris, are you here? He usually craps a lot on this channel, so maybe. Hey Josh, where are you watching the game on? I'm watching it on DAZN. DAZN is the only way I can legally watch the game here in Canada. So yeah. Frankfurt lost Jovic and their captain, so there's still a chance. It's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be wild. Exciting to watch the game because my favorite team is versus my most hated team. That's how much I hate City. It's gonna... Oh my man. Oh my man, it's gonna be wild. I don't know. What are you guys thinking, man? Toss in some score predictions. Toss in some score predictions, because I've seen some confident Dortmund fans and some terrified ones. And same as City, man. Y'all can really win if you played like the game in your life and not be nervous. I think City arguably would be more nervous than Dortmund would be, man. I do, because we have nothing to lose. We don't. We're not the favorites. We're not expected to come here and get a result. City is, and they're known to not do it. So I think the pressure is all on City, and if we come in here and not play terrified like you just alluded to, we go there, we play our game, you never know. We could get something. We could get something. But Man U tactics, that's all. Yeah, hit on the counter. Holland and Royce need to inspire the rest to have a chance. Yeah, Royce has been quiet, man. He's not had a good few games, but he's got a lead. There's gonna be three big leaders on the pitch today. I mean, obviously at the back it's gonna be Hummels. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's got to control that back four. He's been there. He's done that. He's our experience at the back. Royce has got to really relax some of the young guns up front. He needs to show that he's got that veteran presence. And then Holland's got to do what Holland does, and that's get the ball to him, and he needs to put it in the back of the net at any chance he get. He had two huge, glorious opportunities in the Frankfurt game. Everyone's saying he was quiet, he was quiet. He was quiet, but he still had two glorious chances to score a goal, which he didn't do, and it cost us. 2-1 for BBB, 2-2, 2-2. Bro, I'm terrified. I believe it's going to be a wild game regardless, something to go watch. 4-3 Dortmund. That would be an insane game. I would be all about that. 3-1 City. I think y'all are going to lose this one, and we'll win the second half. 2-2 scoreline as well. Josh, I don't like the midfield. 2-1. I like the midfield a lot, in a way. I mean, my preferred one would have been Delaney, Dahoud, and Bellingham, but you had to play a 3-man midfield today. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's the only way you're going to be able to try to break up any type of the midfield this way. And that was the 3 that they decided to go with. I originally had Chan at right back and Delaney in, but Chan's playing now as the Delaney. And, of course, we have our young man, Murai, on the right back. BBB is my favorite team of all time versus my favorite Premier League team. Let's go BBB. There we go. You like both teams, but you're going for the right boys. I respect it. 5-4 Dortmund instant Champions League classic. You guys are wild, man. You guys are wild. We're both very high-scoring teams, to be fair. It is, but I mean, it's the defensive awareness, man. We were absolutely dreadful defensively in the last couple games, and we can't do that in this kind of game. We can't, especially away like this. I mean, we're going to have to soak up a lot of pressure and just pray that we can nick a goal. My prediction is 1 or 0-2, some sort of something for Phoenix. Phoenix is a very confident man. TJ says you got nothing to lose, and I agree. It's the number one thing I've said, man. We got nothing to lose. We're not the favorites. We're not expected to come in here and clean up. Everyone expects us to lose, and that's where I think that it can be dangerous. Is a draw okay, Josh? Yeah, I think a 1-1 draw would be phenomenal. A 0-0 draw is interesting because if City score 1 in the reverse leg, it makes them basically worth 2 because we didn't get that away goal. So, I mean, an ideal scoreline here today would be 1-1 or 2-2, something like that. So yeah, a draw is fine. A draw is fine, but the draws be worth more if we got a goal. But yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see the way they're doing it. And if you guys saw City's lineup, they're going with a 4-3-3 false 9 with Kevin De Bruyne. So I'm not a big fan of not playing your strikers. I've seen it personally, and I'm sure you guys have way too many times. Way too many times. I've seen it so much, especially when, remember, Götze used to play as a false 9 for us. Royce plays as a false 9. My all-time favorite, good old Brandt, playing as a false 9. It is ugly, ugly scenes, especially because we're just lack a striker up front. So I don't know about City. Kevin De Bruyne is one of the best players in the world, so I haven't watched him too much play the false 9. I've watched him play a center mid very well, an 8 and a 10. So it's going to be very curious to see how he gets on, but for me, I'd be a little bit more scared. I mean, I saw Steven and a few City fans being excited about the false 9. I don't know. I'd be more nervous if they had Aguero or they even had Jesus, but I don't watch them enough to make those kind of comparisons, so. But we did get a donation here on the channel. Thank you for the donation, my man. Hello, mate, over from Steven's channel, 2-1 for City. Well, thank you so much for the donation. That means a lot. I'm glad that, I'm assuming you found our channel through Steven's channel and that you're a City fan. So yeah, best of luck, my man. It was a lot of fun talking with a lot of the City fans, and especially Steven. Very awesome guy. I hope you guys enjoyed our little combined 11. It was a lot of fun. I did my best to get as many Dortmund players in as I could. I was able to get a few, so you have to check it out. But yeah, it was awesome getting a perspective from their site. The biggest thing after talking to Steven and seeing some of the comments on Twitter and whatnot was, and I guess we'll ask the gentleman here who just donated. Are you nervous? Are you nervous about the past? Because that was the biggest thing. Is these, no matter how good a form City's on, they seem to be terrified about the previous seasons, which is fair. It's fair that they have a reputation of this, and Steven talked about it a lot in our collaboration, and that's the biggest thing on the minds of City. Where for me, we've had a poor season. We've sacked our manager. We're not in the top 4. Had a decent Champions League run. There's nothing to lose for us. Nothing to lose. So that's my little take on it, and we'll just kind of see what happens. Snipe City's here. Here we go. Snipe City, my man, how you doing? Montreal Canadiens fan. Loving Knauff instead of Hazard. So some people are liking it. The speed is the biggest thing. Maybe 4-3 both games. It's gonna be a wild couple games. BD Course here. I don't know who to go for. My team is City or my American Geo. Your team is City. I did not know that. Or your American Geo. Well, it's gonna be an interesting game, my man. I don't know. Gio isn't starting, obviously. I'm sure you probably know that, but he may come on. He may come on at some point. I think he'd be one of the favorites to come on. Mom, I'm scared. You think Pep will get sacked if they don't win the UEFA Champions League? No. He's failed so many times in previous seasons. I think City just love the fact that they have Guardiola. I still think that they want to win because they've injected so much money into the squad, but I do think that City thinks that he's the best manager in the world, And I think that they're just keep willing to give him chances until they win. Because he's had some pretty poor seasons, in my opinion, at City. But he's also had some spectacular seasons. But every single season Guardiola's had for City in the Champions League has been a fail. Because their goal is to win it. But no, I don't think they'll sack him if they don't win. They're going to win another Premier League pretty easily. False 9 has been pretty lackluster for City in scoring. And as it should be. I mean, you don't have a striker. Like I said, as a Dortmund supporter, I've seen it time and time again. I hate it, and I still hate the fact that we don't have really a backup striker unless we decide to promote Tigges or we play Mukuku, but we don't usually do it. We usually just throw Hazard up there, and I don't like that at all. That's why I think Malen is my #1 target, so he can play as a winger and a striker when we need him to. So that's my take. But every City fan I've talked to is very excited about your false 9. So if there's any City fans here watching today, explain to me why you guys are all so excited to play with a false 9. Is it just because De Bruyne does it a little bit differently? Because he just taking out a striker like Aguero? I don't know. It just, yeah, throws me off a little bit. Game's about to start. It is. I got distracted. I don't know what's going on with the zone here. I'm gonna have to find the match. Oh, that's why I didn't even have it on. I'm an idiot. I had some sort of preview on DAZN. Okay, the match is 30 seconds underway. Good job, Josh. Clown I am. Okay, the game is underway. We're laughing. I missed the first 39 seconds, but that's okay. That's okay. And yeah, if you guys are new around here, drop a like on the watch along. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, and before we get going, drop your flag, guys. You know I like to see it. Let me know where you're watching from. And let's enjoy this match. It's going to be wild, man. See a lot of yellow hearts. A lot of love from you guys all over the world. To beat Dortmund, you need a striker terrorizing Dortmund's leaky back line. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I looked at the lineup and I was happy the fact that they didn't start a striker, man. The Phoenix is going to watch the game. And we'll talk to him in a bit. Seb asked if I like hockey. I do. I watch hockey. I've played hockey my entire life since I was 4 years old. And yeah, my team is the Ottawa Senators. I lived more to Toronto area, but yeah, I'm an Ottawa Senators fan. Big Ottawa Senators fan, and it's been painful the past few seasons, as you probably know. But you're watching from Quebec, which is why I probably saw you asking about hockey. But look at the boys. The boys break, and there's Ansgar, and there's you're going to see some of his pace. Down the wing. Taking a look. Kind of ran out of room. Oh, punched out by Ederson. I think that's a corner. No, it's not. It's a goal kick. That's lame. We got people watching from the States, from Canada. I'm Nigerian, but watching from the States. Nicely done. Let's go. 3-2 Dortmund. Guerrero has a clutch game today. James, I like it. I like it. Got a few of you guys watching from the States. Very nice. Man City don't plan for Knauff because they don't often see him and study him in football styles. It's fair. It's true. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to... Really what to expect today. Is the side going to attack or defend? I think that they're going to sit back a little bit. I do personally think, and I mean, it's been a minute in, but it does seem like they're like going for the ball a little bit more than I thought. It's hard. It's hard to sit back against City for the entire 90 minutes. If you do that, you're going to get run over. The game will be quick and easy. But it seems like they're pressing relatively well. They're sitting relatively higher up the pitch than someone who would just be parking the bus would. But it's going to take a lot of pressure today. And I'm hoping that they're going to have a combination of playing their natural game with a little bit of caution defensively. So a little bit of caution defensively, man. Because if they don't, and they sit back and they soak pressure, we saw exactly what's going to happen. They saw it against Bayern, and it was an ugly, ugly appearance. But City's going to have a lot of the ball. There's no denying that. There's no denying that. But I'm hoping without having a striker on, it's going to be a lack of goals. A couple people watching the States from Washington, D.C., from Ireland. Beautiful. Anthony says, these are my two favorite teams in the country. In each country, in each respective country. Beautiful. We had a couple people who said that today. A couple people said that their teams are Dortmund and their teams are City. So I mean, there's some interesting ones, but Oh, Anthony's watching from Mexico. I am from Washington, D.C., but watching from Mexico. My aunt lives in Mexico. Isla Mujeres, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, is where my aunt's from. So I don't know, my man, if you're familiar with that or not. But it is looking like a good start. It is looking like a good start. They look very well organized, which is what I like. Because like I said, they're going to be 100% sitting a little bit deeper than usual. But I just want them to play their game. I want them to try to get the ball back. We know how well Jude can press, how well Dahoud can depress, man. But it's gonna be a hard game, man. It's gonna be a very hard game. But De Bruyne is very high up the pitch. It's nicely done. Dahoud's been well already. Dahoud's already been fantastic. It's only 5 minutes in, but just to see the little magician keep going there, winning the ball back. Chan is definitely playing Delaney's role. He's playing just above the back four. That allows Bellingham and Dahoud to go up, and they just won the ball back as usual. And we have a little counter. Royce finds Haaland, and this is where he just needs to shoot. To Bellingham, a lot of blue shirts. Not a lot of yellow shirts going forward, and that's a little bit worrying sometimes, but I think the boys have had a good start, man. Good start. Good luck today, Josh. Thanks, Juan, my man. I appreciate it. Love you, Dortmund. We love you guys too, man. We love you guys too. Drop a like on the chat, my man, if you guys are ready for this game. It's going to be a long one, and I'm very happy with the start. 5 minutes in. It's a breath of fresh air, man. I didn't know what to expect. Ah, it's a poor ball by Royce, though. It's a poor ball by Royce. Got someone watching from London. Jude and Mo will press the hell out of Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne. Absolutely they will. I said, the main reason I like that three-man midfield is you got someone hanging back. Ah, that's a nice play there. You got a few hanging back, which is going to be Emre Can, and it allows Dahoud and it allows Bellingham to go forward, to press, to win the ball back, to do what they do, and you're seeing it. Dortmund has already won the ball back half a dozen times, and that's positive. That's positive. It's probably frustrating for City. Good luck, Dortmund fans. Thank you, my man. Good luck to all you City fans who may be watching out there. It's going to be an interesting one, man. It's going to be an interesting one. Oh, Mo, I'm about to bust. No, Mo Dahoud. Mo Dahoud. See a lot of black and yellow hearts from Jurgen. But, man, there's a lot of space in the midfield from City, man. It's very surprising. Kicks it on out to Haaland. To Jude. Oh. First chance goes to Dortmund. All right, Emre Can again and blast it completely over. Damn. Man, this is a positive start. This is a very positive start. Oh. It's a good little step over there by Jude. He got the shot off. That's key, especially going up against Ruben Diaz. It's a nice little save, but Ederson pushed it right back into the traffic. Juan says, you are from Canada, so which team are you? Ottawa FC, Toronto FC, or Vancouver Whitecaps? So I think you meant Montreal, I'm assuming. If you're talking about MLS, there's 3 MLS sides. I live close to Toronto FC. I've seen Toronto FC probably 20 plus times in my life. They're by far my MLS squad. I used to work for the Vancouver Whitecaps Academy, though. So I don't know if I told you guys this story or not, but just before COVID, I got a job working for the Vancouver Whitecaps Academy, and I didn't end up taking it because everything got shut down because of COVID. So I was going to do a big career change, gonna just get myself into the world of soccer, football. Sorry for you guys out there, but I mean, the academy was in Canada, and it was the Vancouver Whitecaps Academy in London, Ontario, and I took the job, went to a couple things, COVID shut it down, and then I had to take another job because I have a house and I need money. So and then I just, as another outlet during COVID, we created the channel. So if I was still working for Vancouver Whitecaps, I probably wouldn't have created the channel with Producer T. So, you know, food for thought. Did my guy just wish the opponents good luck? Good luck. I mean, I wished them good luck. Just like they wished us good luck. I didn't say go out there and kick our ass. I said good luck. And hopefully we'll win. Have you talked about Haaland's potential place next summer after the meetings with the other teams? A little bit. I touched on it a little bit. I mean, it's been mostly frustrating seeing basically what's been happening. So, haven't been the biggest fan of it. So no, I haven't touched on it too much. I think only time will tell. You like the new Canadian Premier League? I did some work as well with Forge FC and York 9 FC. I think it's a good start to the league. It's going to be a lot of work to try to make it more of a global thing, but I think it's a good little start for them. Had season tickets to Forge FC and played around some kick-around games with some of their players. It was fun. But yeah, it's going to take a long work to have to compete with anything, especially the MLS. Exact timing for me right now is on the scoreboard, my man. Josh, you're a bit too nice for your own good. I am. That's what people like to say. The Canadians. They're very nice. But I don't know. It's going to be a good game. And I'm 10 minutes in, relatively happy with how Dortmund came out today. How are you today? Nervous, anxious, and curious to see what this game's going to be like. Who do you think will win between Liverpool and the Real Madrid game? It's a good question, man. I have a feeling probably Madrid. I think Liverpool has turned their fortunes around a little bit. Diego Jota coming back is huge, but I'm just not convinced by Liverpool's back two, like their two center backs. I think if Fabinho and Kabak play there, that was probably their best chance as dealing with some pressure, but you take Fabinho out of the midfield. And I think Madrid's just in better form. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man. But Bai is here, our JJD TV member. How you doing, my man? Saw Yusuf here. Bayern now. Good member here in the channel. Nice little corner. It falls and blazes it over the net is Phil Foden. But all right, guys. Who's a better player? We had a nice little debate on it. Who's a better player right now? Phil Foden or Jadon Sancho? And I'm assuming because I asked a bunch of Dortmund fans, I'm hoping for a lot of Sancho's in a very non-biased way. Liverpool and Real Madrid, both lucky. Who do you guys think will win between Liverpool and Madrid? I think it'll be close. I think it's gonna be the closest tie out of the games that are going on, but I have a feeling that Madrid's gonna take it. It will be nice if we even draw. I think so too. A draw would be huge, especially a 1-1 draw. A 1-1 draw, a 2-2 draw look drastically different than a 0-0 draw. A 0-0 draw would be weird for City not being able to score from home. But again, if City gets one goal in the reverse leg, it's worth 2, and it puts us in real trouble. But, yeah. I asked a bunch of Dortmund fans who's better. So I'm seeing a lot of Jadon Sancho's. My biggest argument was that the numbers he's put up has been 10 times better than Foden's. It's not all about the numbers, but if you take Foden out of the City team, it doesn't hurt near as much as taking Jadon out of the Dortmund squad here, which it's a shame he's not in right now, taking on his former side that he left to come get some better minutes here. But yeah, I like it. A lot of you guys are unanimously agreeing with me, but you're Dortmund fans, so it makes sense. But I prefer Klopp to beat Zidane. I probably would too. It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard to know who's gonna win. Like I'm not overly convinced by any of them, really, to be completely honest. But I still feel like I'd put my money on Madrid. But drop a like, guys. If you have just joined the chat, if you're new, subscribe if you're new. We appreciate it. But drop a like. Help us out with the algorithm. Help the stream today. And wish a little bit of luck for Dortmund, man. Where is Sancho? Sancho is injured. He hopefully will be back for the second leg. There are rumors that he should be able to get back for the second leg. But unfortunately, he wasn't quite ready here today to make it for this one. Which sucks, I know. He was on such good form before the injury. Oh, Ansgar. Poor little touch there, poor little touch. He's switching sides, though. He started out on the right. He swapped on over to the left right now. There's Bellingham as well. Ansgar's got the speed. But Kyle Walker does very well, and wins himself a goal kick. I really hope none of our stars get injured, but that's soccer. Haven't seen the S word used too much in this channel. I hope Klopp flops. Why is that, my man? Or Sophie, sorry. My friend. Not a fan of Klopp. Jurgen Klopp has always been a big influence on my coaching love. So I don't know. I love the way that he coaches the game. I love the way he is about the game. So I have a lot of love for Klopp. Him and Diego Simeone, as you guys probably know, are my favorite managers. But I'm excited for Marco Rose next year. I'm getting excited for Marco Rose, and I see a lot of Klopp's passion in Terzic, which I think is a big thing for him. He needs a lot more time, though, in my opinion, to be able to take that step to take over a club like Dortmund. Dear God, I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm a little shaky as well, but 15 minutes in, away from home, 0-0, man. It's a good start. And like I said, I think the most important thing of getting a result over these two legs is scoring the first goal in this game. So are we getting a coach, or I'm just thinking you mean for next year? I'm not really sure what you mean. But yes. Or you meant couch? Coach? I'm not sure what you meant, my man. If you meant coach, I have no idea what you mean by getting a coach. But if you meant coach, our next coach next season is going to be Marco Rosa. Madrid is all over Liverpool right now. Yeah, if any of you guys are watching the Liverpool and Madrid game, keep us posted. Keep us posted. I might even bring it up on my other laptop here. If I can. I can, perfect. I'll have both of them on too, so I'll just keep a little eye on the Madrid game, because I do think it's gonna be a very even match with that one, as long as it doesn't affect our stream at all. Not that I expected us to win. I support Arsenal, but they beat us 3-0 at the weekend. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I mean, it'd be insane. I think every team who's left in the Champions League would love to see City get knocked out against Dortmund. Everyone would. Every neutral would. It's just funny because it just constantly happens to City. After a lot of thinking, I would sell Haaland because we need upgrade in the squad. It's an interesting topic. I won't get too much into it right now, but it's going to play a huge factor on what this team's going to look like in the future. It's a nice ball down there we're going to see little Ansgar. It's a poor ball. It's a poor ball. So guys, is there a chance for us to make the top 4 spot? I said it's 60-40 we don't. I think there's still definitely a chance. There's some huge games up, a lot of points up for grabs. But, I mean, we have a tough schedule. Just like Frankfurt's got, I think, relatively an easier one than we do. But we got to rely on Frankfurt dropping a lot of points. There's Ansgar. It's that final finish, and that's some of the things that you could argue that maybe that's why Ansgar shouldn't have started. He put himself in a good opportunity there, and he has a couple times this game. But the final ball just isn't there. Just isn't there. And I don't know if it could be nerves, it could be that he's young. But that was a relatively poor ball. But again, he's making the right movements. He's getting himself into those spaces. So we'll see what he can do going forward. Hazard should be playing over Knauff. I had Hazard in my starting 11, but you know, Knauff's been it's a poor ball again by Chan. It's not a good way to turn the ball over. And that's Phil Foden. Oh, that's a good ball, but a little too far back. And there it is. And that all started because of an Emre Can turnover. All started because of an Emre Can turnover, man. And you can't make those kind of mistakes, and the camera is definitely singling Chan out there. But you can't make those kind of mistakes in a game like this against this City team. Awful, awful ball. It wasn't even kind of close, right to the City player. And then this is why Kevin De Bruyne is a world-class player. Just fighting off. Hits Foden. Not the best ball, but Mara was able to bring it back, found De Bruyne, and passed it into the net. That was a that was a big mistake. That was a big mistake from Emre Can. Gave Hits absolutely no chance. Very, very easy for City. Very easy for City, man. It's tough. It's tough. But, I mean, I don't know how they're going to have to bounce back now. And I said the first goal in this match is going to be so important. It's going to either scare and shake up City, or it's going to give them what they needed and give them confidence that they're at this stage and they can maybe finally take that step. And we just gifted them a goal. So, sorry, Chan. You've been a very consistent performer from us, but that just, yeah, not the right time. Not the right time. But let's see if the boys can bounce back, because, I mean, it's not over, obviously. It's one goal, about 20 minutes in. And if we get one, we're technically up 2-1. So there you go. You can look at it that way. Nicely done there by Dahoud. Dahoud's been pretty lively today. And there's been a lot of bodies all around him, man. Man, we move, please. I would bring Delaney on now. I don't know. It's why I wanted... I would have rather Delaney and then Chan as a right back, or just Chan be the one on the bench. I'm not saying that was specifically why. It's just Chan can sometimes be a liability. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. But he's an athlete. I mean, I'm not like he's a great athlete, which is why he can play a variety of positions. But sometimes when it comes to that decision making, he sometimes gets himself in trouble. I feel like he's done very well this year to kind of grow out of it a little bit, but. Yeah, I mean, it's poor. It's poor. It sucks. But now that's just not what you want. You don't want to give the City team confidence. And instead of maybe shooting them down, we gave them that potential to do it. But it's going to take some luck to get back in this, unfortunately. Totally agree. Jed, I totally agree. It is. And I thought we were playing pretty well. City didn't come out like absolutely flying. They did have some decent possession, but I thought we had a good chance. We had the first real chance of the game with that Bellingham shot, but we just weren't able to capitalize on it. And then I don't know what Chan was doing. He had no one on him, and it was poor. Really poor, but that's what City can do. They can hurt you. This is why you were instantly hating on Chan because of one mistake. No, well, I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, it was his fault. I'm not hating on Chan. I think Chan's had a great year. I think he's been a very consistent player. I just always said that I didn't like him playing in a back two, for example, and sometimes in the midfield because he can get himself in trouble. And I thought he really improved that this year. And I've seen him play in a back four as a center back, and he's done some wonderful things. And I really liked him playing as a fullback as well. I was just pointing out that is one of the flaws in Chan's game. I think Chan's had a great year this year. Don't get me wrong. I think he's been a real leader on the pitch, and I think he's played anywhere he's been called to. Terzic says play here, play there, play everywhere. He says yes. So yes, sorry, I didn't mean to do misguided hate, but I was just saying that in a game like this against City, it was a poor mistake by Chan. The goal was directly his fault. But I mean, I'll back him. I'll back him up. I always back the boys. He needs to pick his head up, show some leadership on the pitch, and get something back here. But yeah, I didn't mean to hate on him. That's not how I intended to come off. But it was his fault. There's nothing around tiptoeing around it. That goal happened, unfortunately, due to a Emery Chan mistake. But that's okay. He'll battle back. He's got the composure. He knows what to do. And let's see him get back in the game. Let's see him rally the boys and get going. Nice little ball there. No hate, but it was a Chan mistake. Exactly. Oh, that's a poor ball. And there you go, Marco Reus. Oh! There's a good chance there. Emery Chan is a CB and can't apparently pass. What is he then? Chan is not a CB. I don't know what Emery Chan is, to be completely honest, man. I think his best position is as a center mid. Right now he's playing as a CDM, which can get him in trouble. But I think he does everything relatively well, man. I think he's a fine right back. I think he's a fine center back. I think he's a fine CDM. I like him most as a center mid. But we don't see him play that much because we have a lot of center mids. And he's just been kind of forced to play where he was. But yeah. Anyways, it's alright. People are okay to be annoyed at someone for a mistake. It's not called hating. Yeah, I'm annoyed. I don't hate Emre Can by any means. I really like Emre Can as a player. I think he's a very valuable, versatile player. Is Royce done? I find myself not excited when he fails in good positions. Royce is not done by any means. But he needs to hopefully find a little bit of form here. He's still a very, very gifted player, very valuable to this team, and he just had a good, glorious opportunity there. If he could have just got a little tip on him, he might have got one there. Josh, can you disable bots that promote scam links on your vids? I don't know, my man. I'll have to look into it. Dortmund need better wingers when Sancho isn't playing. We've been lacking wingers all year long. It's why the 4-2-3-1 has never really worked for us. Even in games where we've won and dominated possession, anyone who's playing like you guys know on that right-hand side, it's painful to watch. Brandt doesn't do it well. Reina doesn't do it well. We do need more wingers. And Brandt and Reina should be playing as center attacking mids. That's where they play at their best. It's where I like seeing them play. But yeah, winger, look at that run on Akanji. Look at the pace on the man. Has he got that final ball? Oh, look at the run. Foul. Ref. Come on. It's a beautiful run by Akanji. Just balling up the pitch. Can I get a link to the Discord? Yeah, you got, I mean, if someone wants to toss the Discord link in, you guys can have, oh, nice touch there by Ansgar. There you go. And that's what the speed can do, but wasn't able to move forward with it. But yeah, if someone wants to drop the Discord link in, you can. But that was a great run by Akanji. That was fantastic. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, you're live here. The man who looks like my ex. Like I said, your ex must be a handsome devil. Here's gun to one. Don't score against your former team. Don't do it. Knauff is struggling. He looks, he looks a little, I don't know. I mean, he's putting himself in good positions, which I like. And Madrid just scored as well. And it's Vinny Jr. But Knauff is putting himself in good positions, which I do really like. But yeah, I mean, the final ball has been a bit of an issue with him today. I'm confused why Hazard didn't start a game like this. Everyone is, my man. Everybody is. I have no idea why he's not starting. But I don't know. Yeah, it's just the experience is the main reason. But like I said, the biggest thing is that Ansgar does bring pace. He brings a lot of pace, and yeah. But I mean, taking a look at the Madrid goal, Toni Kroos had just one simple ball, finds Vinny Jr., who just slams it home, and that's poor defending. And that's why I put my money on Madrid, because that was some poor defending by, I believe, Phillips. It was a very easy goal for Madrid. Your ex, is he an ex, a model? Chris, you make me blush, my man. You make me blush. But I don't know, man. Almost 30 minutes in this game, and City are definitely running the game right now. We're gonna have to take a chance. Something's gonna have to come. It may be a half chance, but we're gonna have to hope for a little bit of luck going our way. It's gonna be an interesting one. Antonio says, I'm not sure who that is. Antonio, I'm gonna have to look into that player, because I have no idea who that is. We all knew Walker was going to give him a hard time. Yeah. Yeah, he was. Walker's a strong and talented right back as well. So is Cancelo. Cancelo's playing over on the left today, but he's a good right back as well. It'll be interesting. We're going to create something at some point. We're just going to have to keep defending. 1-0 is not that bad of a scoreline. It's when you get into the 2 and 3-0s where you kind of get a little bit scared. But I mean, if we're able to nip something, it's still a very valuable goal, especially being away from home. Can we please buy wingers in this summer? I believe we will. Depending how the rest of the season shapes up, guys, it could be a very, very different looking squad for next year. We got a free kick coming in from Kevin De Bruyne. Someone fell to the ground and they gave a pen. Are you kidding me? I hope VAR takes a look at this. That looked like a complete dive to me. I'm sure they're going to look at it. And he gives Chan a yellow. Hopefully VAR will take a look. doesn't look like he got touched. I don't know. Do you guys see something different? He put his face right down into the ball. And it didn't touch him. That's not going to be a pen. There's no way that's going to be a pen. That's not a pen. That is not Emre Can's fault. That is a pathetic dive. That should be a yellow for Rodri. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, he didn't get touched. There's got to be VAR in that. There has to be. He put his head down to touch the ball. That is not Emre Can's fault. That's got to be a VAR check. That should be a yellow for Rodri for embellishment. I don't know what's happening. I don't have the volume on, but it was a total dive, and he's gonna go check it out. Yeah, this penalty is not gonna be given, guys. There's no way. That's nothing on Emre Can there. He did nothing wrong. He did actually relatively well, considering that he put his head down there, and Emre Can put his boot up only a slight touch. Like, look at that. So he did relatively well to get rid of the ball. I mean, it was a dive. He pretended to go down, and he forgot that, I guess, VAR is a thing. But that's not a pen. Not a chance. I'm hoping that they'll take back the yellow from Emre Can and then point it right in the direction of Rodri. Because that is quite a poor embellishment. It's not even like his foot was close to Rodri's face. And I'm not even sure why they need this many looks at it. He didn't even touch him. So I'm not really sure what they're trying to look at here. The ball did not even touch anyone. It just simply touched Rodri's head and then he fell to the ground. And Chan's boot, I don't know if they're looking for contact on the shin. That might be it. The knee touch. I think someone did just comment it. Now that might be a different story. But look at what's happening here. Watch, and I think it's important that the ref needs to watch the entire thing because he grabs his face. Watch him after the play. He grabs his face and rolls. So he's clearly indicating that the contact came to his face. So the ref's going to make his decision here. No penalty. There you go. That was easy. That should be a yellow, though. That should be a rule. If you're going to embellish it like that, that should be a pen, or that should be a yellow card for Rodri. But that's a positive note. And I believe the yellow should come back for Emre Can. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say we got away with one because that was a pathetic attempt at trying to win a penalty, in my opinion. But all right, game's still on. Game's still on as we give the ball away. Right to De Bruyne, but Kanji does well. So does Guerrero, nice and calm. Finds Dahoud. City's good at winning back the ball today, man. No foul, but it's still a yellow. I don't get football rules, man. I don't understand. I don't understand how Emre Can has a yellow there. How can you give a player a yellow if what he did, I don't know. In my opinion, the yellow should have been given because there was no foul, and then Rodri should have got one for embellishment. So maybe he pulled a couple poor words out of his mouth and chirped. I don't know. I don't know why the yellow stuck. I didn't think that was usually the case. But Foden goes down again. City flopping a little bit today. Rodri pulled a Salah. Yes, he did. But we got lucky. I mean, if that would have been a pen and they would have scored it, I mean, that would have been a sucker punch to this team, man. Would have been a big sucker punch. But it stays at 1-0, and the opportunities are still here, guys. Opportunities are still here. But they are sitting deep, man, and it's hard to get possession back, and it's hard, especially being down a goal. And City is very good at that. When they score a goal, and when we've seen it with us, when we score a goal in big games, you sit back, and then you just relax. City are not doing that. They want more, and that makes it harder for Dortmund to get the ball, to get them to break. It's just difficult. I hope it's retracted after the game. Well, the most dangerous thing, the fact that it's not retracted after the game, is that if he gets another yellow, he's off. So that's where I'm confused. Because I always thought, like, if a VAR call came back and took back a even a red or a yellow. I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works, but I thought that if it wasn't a foul through VAR, the card would be rescinded. And then sometimes you sometimes see it given to the other player for embellishment. I don't know. Rules change so much, man. It's so hard to know what to think. But what are you guys' thoughts so far? It's a nice ball there by Knauff, and he slips. He did so well to win the ball. Holland just takes off and then takes the foul. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. We thought it would be a risky play. We thought it was gonna be a risky play putting on Knauff. He hasn't been overly good. And maybe at halftime you bring on Hazard for a little bit more of just, like I said, experience. I don't know. It just, yeah, you guys know what I mean. It's not like Knauff's putting himself in good positions, which I like. He's got a lot of energy, but he just, unfortunately, he just isn't, that final decision, that final ball just isn't quite there. But some people are saying the yellow card was because he was complaining, and that would make more sense. That would make more sense. I don't have the volume on like you guys know. I do this au naturel, so I need to rely on some of you guys for that information. But, whew, nice little whipped in play, and that's where I was very worried with this squad. Seeing some of the balls whipped in with real precision. That was a good ball taken. Defended kind of poorly, but easy collecting there from hits. And look at that, Madrid make it 2. Madrid make it 2-0. I think that was Marco Asensio who scored it. They were my pick. I don't know. Like I said, with that back line, man, I think it was Nacho and Militao who would come in for Varane and Ramos, and I just like that duo way more than I think it's Phillips and Kabak, or I had to take a look who's playing, but either way, I still think the center back would just give a little bit more sturdiness to that Madrid squad, and I'm not overly convinced by Liverpool's, and seems like Madrid are having a relatively easy game. Well, Dortmund are doing well here to break out of their half here. That's a nice little ball. Oh! What? No! How is that a foul? How is that a foul, man? That is ridiculous. Ederson decides to play it and lose it. That is, come on. That's no way. Look at that. That's gotta be a goal. That is terrible. That is a huge mistake by Ederson. That's got the ball first, man. That is terrible. That is a goal. That is so stupid. I mean, that would have been... Oh, man. That is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. On the replay, Bellingham gets the ball. Ederson gets the man. If anything... Oh, my... I don't think VAR can do anything there. That is pathetic. That's a goal. That's a goal that would have changed this game. Wow. Wow. That is pathetic. That is absolutely pathetic. And it just it kicks you, man, where it hurts. It isn't a game where Dortmund's gonna get a lot of chances, and that's a huge mental mistake from Ederson that should have made it 1-1, and technically we'd be winning because we have the away goal. And instead, an awful call, man. This ref is ridiculous. Oh man, I'm getting a little pissy. Even Bayern now. George agrees. Oh, what happened? Guerrero had a beautiful long ball. Jude was going for it, but I mean, it was easily going to go to Ederson. Ederson decided to take a touch and a swing at it. Jude gets the ball, and Ederson kicks Jude, and they called a foul on Jude. Teresic is pissed. I don't know. That's the wrong call. That's the wrong call. That's a mistake by Ederson. That should be a goal. It should be a 1-1 game. They need to figure out this VAR stuff, man. I know that there's certain ways that you do use VAR. Like, for example, a corner kick. You're not using VAR to determine whether it's a corner kick or a goal kick. Clearly, this foul was similar, but there's got to be a line. That should have been the back of the net. That should have been in the back of the net. There's got to be a reason to use VAR in that decision. So, I don't know. I'm confused. That should be a goal. It should be 1-1 right now, and that would have drastically changed this game. But that's just ridiculous. Oh, we were robbed. We were robbed. I'm confused. I'm confused as to why... They're just making it even harder on ourselves. It wouldn't have... I'm not gonna lie. It wouldn't have been a deserved goal. It's not like I'm not saying we're playing fantastic and we deserve that goal. That was a mental mistake, just like Emre Can's mistake. But it was a big mistake by Ederson. Ederson loves to play with the ball. He's got caught so many times over the years. And that was another option, man. Watching this game, they said the ref is nervous as F. Clearly. Phil Foden. Oh, it's a good save by Hitz. And I think it was a foul, though. Well, this ref is clearly nervous. He should never ref a game for at least a few months, man. He needs to be put on a sabbatical. These decisions are absolutely atrocious. I think that was offside from Foden. Nice little save, though. Hard shot. Are you sure the ref's English, or was that a dig? I have no idea if the ref's English or not. I don't know who the ref... Wow, Man City have 12 fans on the field. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Apparently. But like I said, I mean, it's not like we deserved the goal and we were playing fantastic, but the goal that City scored was a mistake from us, and that should have been a goal that we scored that was a mistake by them. But nope. That was a robbery. That was an absolute robbery. And I just can't believe those situations aren't being touched by VAR, because that changes the game. That puts Dortmund in a 1-1 draw, and that's an away goal. That's worth so much. But damn, man. Damn. Instead, it stays at 1-0, and now Dortmund has to fight for another chance. Oh, that's frustrating. That is absolutely frustrating. You guys can win. We got some love. We're gonna need some love from some of the Bayern ones. Even George agrees, though. Horrible ref, and yeah, I mean, this guy, I don't know if he's new to the game. I don't hear any stats about him, but look at they've showed it at least 6 or 7 times, and I can't even listen to the game right now. But that right there, you see it. That, if anything, holy man, that is a joke. That is a joke. That is like your dream. Any of you strikers out there who just, you know, chasing down a dead ball, one in every probably 100 times, someone will F up. That was an F up. That is a striker's dream. Now, it was Jude who chased it down, but that's a goal. Does well there, though. And Ansgar, again, man. I think at halftime, we're going to have to sub off Knauff. It was a nice little risk. I see what Terzic was trying to do. But again, another couple opportunities where Ansgar's got the ball, and his reaction time is just a little bit behind, and he might be just the nerves. But I think at halftime, we may need to take the young man off. Like I said, he's put himself in some okay positions, but we need that final ball. These chances aren't going to come thick and thin. They're going to come few and far between. But if we get out of here down by 1, man, I mean, it's not excellent, but it's not awful. But we cannot concede again. And Foden goes down, as do every player. They keep yelling it and I'm yelling at my TV. VAR broken as it launched. That's a joke, man. That's a joke. I'm not even trying to be biased. That was a goal. But even the commentators questioned that that's not a goal. I'm glad. Yeah, keep me updated on some of the, if there's anything about it, anything from the commentators that you guys think I should know. Let me know, because yeah, like, that is a goal. It was a goal 100%. I can see without even having to listen to anyone. First glance. And I just don't, did they ask how VAR wasn't able to intervene? Did anyone know why VAR can't intervene there? Is it because it's not on a specific play? Is it because the ref blew the whistle before the ball was in the net? I don't know. I don't know why, but that is a goal. It's the second time now I've been pissed. The only other time I've really been angry with referees was during the Bayern game, where I was very salty because we didn't deserve to win it, but we had that 2-0 lead, and you guys know. This time again, it's just an awful call. Oh, defend it well. Finds Mahrez, top of the box. Finds Gundogan. Nicely done by Akanji. We're pinned back late here in the first half. We can get out just down by 1. It's a poor ball there by Guerrero. Does well to win it back. Finds Dahoud. Quick feet. Kicks it on up to Guerrero, and now we're on a counter. But our counters have not been well. Look back at Guerrero. Oh, that's a good ball to Holland. Finds Ansgar. What's he going to do? We're going to take a hit. No, it's a good pass by Knauff. Finds Guerrero with a good block. Dahoud, do it. Be gross. Damn it. He gave the ball away. Oh, but Akanji did well there too, but again he didn't, and now City countered. This is where you don't want to get caught. This is where it gets scary. Oh, but Akanji does excellent there to get a foot on that. Well done, my man. Well done. Akanji's had a good game today. I've been very happy with his effort. He's been all over the pitch. He went on that unbelievable run. John Drusselby scored a goal against Sheffield after the whistle had gone. They looked at it, and it stood. It's absolutely BS. Martin Tyler said that they can't look at it because the whistle had went. But even if the whistle went, well, I guess that's the point. Which is weird. From just my outside perspective, if the whistle went before the ball was in the back of the net, that's why they can't count it. And then they don't give VAR fouls outside the box. Because it would have been a foul. It would have been a foul on Jude just outside the box, but they can't look at those fouls, which is, again, another flaw, in my opinion, about VAR. They've really got to fix it up here, but Mahrez with a good little opportunity. There's a nice little block there by Hitz, who collects it. A minute left to go, guys. Minute left to go here in the first half. We need to get out of it just down by 1. This game was crazy. There's been a few chances. But this Dortmund squad got ripped off, man. And that's the dangers of Ederson, man. Excellent keeper, but loves to play with the ball, as is Alisson from Liverpool. And Alisson had that 1 week this year where he was just atrocious, giving away so many goals just trying to play with the ball more than he should have. I don't know if it's a Brazilian thing with these keepers, but that's a shame. Apparently the ref is Romanian. I don't recognize him. I just love BVB's official Twitter commented on it. What'd they say, David? I haven't seen it.
Bunch of question marks.
Bunch of question marks. Coming from a City fan, we got lucky. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, there's the first half, guys, but you did, and I'm not I'm not saying in a way, oh, we were dominating you. This was we should be winning. I'm not saying that. City has been the better team, but we're not gonna get a ton of chances. That's just how it is, especially away from home. And we made a mistake on the goal that they scored. They made a mistake on a goal we should have scored. And it would have completely changed the perspective of this game. That ref, man, he's not going to coach. He's not going to ref a game for a while. Pretty sure because the ref blew the whistle, the ball was not in the net. Yeah, that's just poor, man. The midfield is letting Dortmund down. You're like 30 seconds behind, Josh. I'm watching it on DAZN, man. I don't think I can watch it any more up to speed than I could, so. Why didn't they check for the red card offense for Ederson? That's another good point, man. I don't know. I think because the defender was right there, but there's 3 different ways you could look at it. It was 1, the ball didn't go in the net apparently. Well, it didn't go in the net, and they blew the whistle. But someone just alluded to the fact that Sheffield put the ball in but when the whistle went, and it counted. I don't know, but looking at this play, I'm assuming because the ball didn't go in the net, the whistle went, that's why the goal didn't count. You can't review a goal if it's not a pen. So, knowing the fact that basically we could have had a very promising free kick, they weren't able to review it, which is a joke. But I don't know the red card, because you could review a red card, but Jude was really beside and kind of gave up on the play. If you could see his last stride, he was right beside the defender, but then he just decided to follow up, because I guess you never know. And he got lucky and got the ball properly and put it in the back of the net. But there's 3 huge issues with that entire play, and because of it, man, it could cost us. But yeah, here at halftime, we have a few of you guys saying we need to take Knauff out, and I agree. He, like I said, we brought him on for hopefully the opportunity of getting a little bit of speed. And to be fair to him, he has put himself in some great positions. He's had the ball, but he's done nothing with it. It could be nerves. It could be playing at a different level, playing a team like City. But his final ball, where you get yourself in that position, you need it to be good. And today, unfortunately for him, it hasn't been. So at halftime here, that's the one change I would do. Is I'd probably bring on Hazard for Knauff. Just gave the man 45 minutes, get a relatively rested Hazard, and that's what we should do. What do you guys think? To be honest, this game has been ever. It should be 1-1. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. It's been an even game, but I mean, arguably, like I said, I think City's been the better team, but they haven't took a lot of their chances. It looks like I said, without having a striker, they haven't really been taking a ton of their chances. But unfortunately for us, we scored a goal. We scored a goal, and it should have counted. People are pissed. We don't have Sancho. We don't have the dribbles. Knauff is slow. We need someone that's fast. Knauff definitely isn't slow. Definitely isn't slow. He's a very quick player. But in my opinion, what's wrong with his game today is that he's just straight up, he hasn't had that final touch. And it could be just from inexperience. It could be from just being young, not having that composure. But he needs to be subbed off. I agree. Bro, Dortmund were robbed. Yes, they were. Yes, they were, man. It's ridiculous. This ref sucks. I don't know. I don't even know how to respond to that. The VAR is so broken. It's not even funny. It's broken for several reasons, and I'm not saying that just specifically because of me. I've heard a lot of very, very good panelists and analysts talk about it, just saying the fact that it's not consistent. And until they find a way to make it consistent, I don't have the answer for it. I have no idea how to make it consistent, but different leagues have different rules. It's arguably, probably not even arguably, VAR is the worst in England. I don't know if this has got anything to do with it because the game's in England probably is why they weren't able to figure their stuff out, but I don't know, man. It sucks. It's a gut-wrenching play because it could have been an away goal. It could have been an away goal. It would have been huge. Y'all deserve the loss, man. Cannot build a good attack, and they are frightened. Like I said, I don't think we were the better team in the match, but I don't think City did that much. They've had a lot of chances, but they don't have a clinical striker playing, so it's why they look a little shy at goal. The only goal they scored was a mistake by us, and arguably we should have scored a goal that was a mistake by them. And it would have put us in a good position. He's a Sunday League ref for sure. What do you think about Knauff, bro? I said his positioning was decent. He got himself in some good places and good movement, but does nothing with it. And like I said, that's got to be the inexperience. It could just be playing at a different kind of level, but when you get in that option, you have those players coming around, you got to make the right ball. You got to make a good ball. You got to give Haaland an opportunity. Haaland's got no distribution today, and I would make one sub at half, and I would take off Knauff for Hazard. Roman is here, my man, member here on the channel. Roman, how you doing? You're missing a very rigged game so far. Very upsetting. Very upsetting. Alex says, please bring on Hazard. I agree. I wouldn't bring on Brandt. I'd bring on Hazard, but, you know. The ref is getting paid with the rich oil money. Mark is fuming, and I agree. I'm mostly just shocked. Brandt is a very good dribbler and can produce a lot in the midfield. I believe in Brandt. I wouldn't bring on Brandt, man. This isn't a game for him. He's not going to be able to do anything. He's not going to have enough of the ball. That's why I think Knauff was chosen, because of his pace. And Hazard is the next closest to Knauff in terms, in my opinion, of pure speed. Unfortunately for Brandt, he just doesn't quite have that speed, and I just don't think he'd be very useful. But you never know, maybe. Man, we miss Sancho. Yes, we do. You need to keep Jude. He is playing like gold. He is, and I told you, my favorite thing about him is his pressing game. He's absolutely sensational at it. Guardiola is about to make the call. His confidence that he's making the right decision is arrogant and is misguided. It's one way to look at it. Knauff isn't mature enough. And yeah, that could be an issue. It could be an issue, man. And I don't know if it's maturity, if it's being nerves, but there's been a few times he was in a good position and he had a ball to make and he just didn't make the right one. And when you have a game where you're not going to get a crap load of chances like this one, you got to take them. We were gifted a chance, which we should have took, but ref decided to bend us over and say nope. Honestly, Rodri should have been booked for... yeah, absolutely he should have. Absolutely should have. And that's another big issue from the ref, is Emre Can, anything he reacted, unless he said something terrible, should have had his yellow card rescinded. I know it might have been rescinded, and he might have got it because he was chirping, whatever, but I've seen it in the past, and that's why VAR is inconsistent. You try to win a penalty that way, that awful of a way, because it wasn't even a good embellishment, you need to be booked. You need to be booked for it. And he wasn't, so that was kind of confusing for me as well. I'm so mad, bro. That was a clean reaction from Bellingham. Yeah, we got robbed, guys. We got robbed. This ref has refereed a total of 4 international matches, all in 2016, has no collab... sorry. And nothing of this caliber. I did not know that. I can't hear, obviously, but like that's good to know. It's apparently his first match, including VAR. How did he get on the pitch? Damn. Adam, I'm not sure where you found that information. That is wild, man. But the situation is quite simple. They should have let Jude finish and watch it afterwards. That is an excellent point. That is an excellent point. That isn't on VAR. That isn't on VAR. I still think VAR needs to work on some things, but that is an excellent point. Any ref worth his time, there's no harm in letting Jude finish off that play. No harm whatsoever. This guy is nervous. He's quick on the whistle. If he would have waited 10 seconds and let Jude put the ball in the back of the net, you have VAR there to use. But because you're trigger happy and you blew the whistle right away, now no matter what happened from that VAR, you can't make it a goal apparently. So a lot of issues with that. The ref is to blame, I guess. That is a good way of looking at it. But I still think VAR should have figured out a way to make that stand, man. I don't know. But I'm glad that the Etihad Stadium is its normal amount of fans back. A hard chirp. A hard chirp. Bring on Delaney and Hazard and get Knauff and Chan off. I wouldn't be against that. Chan hasn't had the greatest of games, but more or less, I just want to see Hazard come on. City are managing the game by keeping possession, and their play lacks bite. Very true. However, City usually grow into games and improve in the second half. Very, very good insight, and I totally agree. I said, when I was talking about us taking a 2-0 lead, for example, against Bayern, we just got nervous and we sat back, and City are not like that. City have a 1-0 lead, and they're playing for possession. They are still playing to add to it, which I think is very, very dangerous, especially with this Dortmund squad, who are going to have to work even harder to get an opportunity. So that's an excellent point. And like I said, with the City squad, I mean, I don't know enough about City to be able to make that judgment. Steven and some of the City fans were pretty excited that they played with the false 9, but I feel with a number 9 out there like Aguero, you would have I don't know, just that little extra. It's so frustrating. We gave a stupid goal and then we got robbed. I know, but the worst thing about getting robbed is our goal was worth more. If we would have put that in the back of the net, it's basically worth 2. It's an away goal. It's huge. Absolutely huge. Hi, watching you and Steve at the same time. You should have had a goal with Bellingham. Honestly, the ref has been poor on your end. I've really enjoyed some of the City fans that have come over to the channel. They're very honest. And like I said, I like to be honest too. I would never say watching that first half, we were the better team. We deserved to have the lead, because we weren't. City pretty much dominated us. But the goal we gave to City came from a mistake, and the goal that we should have got from City came from a mistake. It's just the thing that just kills the Dortmund fans is we know that there's not going to be a ton of opportunities in this game, and an away goal would mean everything to this tie. It would totally change the complexion of this match. So yeah, I mean, even the City fans, and that's when I can say that it's wrong, because if you guys remember, the only other time this year I've really complained about the refs was in the Bayern match, but there was a total perspective view. Every Bayern fan was against me, every Dortmund fan was for me on that tackle on Emre Can. But even the City fans here are pointing out, and I think it's pretty hard to go against it, because the clear indicator was that Bellingham got the ball and Ederson took him out. But with that Chan and Sané tackle, it was from behind. You could say some of the refs let it go, some don't. So it is tough. It is tough, but yeah, I don't know. It's a bitter taste to have in your mouth, and it's going to make it even harder for this Dortmund team to get a goal. Romania clearly don't have VAR. No, they do not. UEFA will give the worst referees the richest teams. Mariah was a little high when the goal happened. Not harsh feeling for Mariah, though. It was gambling situation. It's professional football. Yeah, I mean, again, the goal, in my opinion, was directly Chan's fault. He gave the ball away in an awful position, and we weren't able to make up for it. We weren't. You could say Dahoud should have took the foul there. You could say Mariah should have been back. It's hard to exactly break down, but for me, the situation happens because Chan gave the ball away very unnecessarily. He had time. He had people behind him. He didn't need to make that pass. It sucked, but it's okay. City should have gave us a goal like that, and it just unfortunately didn't happen that way. But it should have been 1-1 here at the break, man. Josh, bro, your team were robbed. Yes, they were. Yes, they were, man. They were absolutely robbed. It sucks to see. How can this even happen in the most prestigious competition? Absolute joke. And yeah, I agree. And I'm confused by it. I'm confused by it on a few separate reasons. Like, we've seen it apparently, like a couple of you guys just pointed out to. And there's a Sheffield game apparently where the whistle was blown, then the ball was put in the back of the net, and they found a way to count it. This was a mistake. It was a clear mistake. And on top of that, even if they decided not to give the goal, that should be a foul right top of the 18 and give it an opportunity to score. I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard. It's very hard because going into this game, we are not the favorites. We should not really be in in the match. If City could have took some of their chances, they could have ran away with it. But unfortunately, they allowed us. They gave us that hope that we should have scored an away goal, and it is frustrating. But there's still 45 minutes to play in a second leg. This thing is not over by any stretch, but they need to figure it out a little bit here, and I think it's gotta be a call from Terzic. He gambled. He threw out Knauff. Unfortunately, it wasn't the right decision in my opinion. They need to take Knauff off. They need to throw on Hazard, and they need to get just a little bit more experience and a little more killer instinct up front, and see what the boys can do. Can they check that Jude's goal at halftime? No, they can't. No, that play is done and over. Once a whistle goes, there's nothing you can do about it. They not giving City's penalty or allowing Dortmund to score. Whose side are they on? Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't think they know how to ref. This ref can't be in big games. He can't handle pressure. Well, some of you guys were saying that that's what they were talking about, was the fact that he looks nervous. Relax, we can still get it back. Let's not get it stay in our heads. It's a great point. It's a great point. I've never been one of those athletes who have been able to do that. I'm someone who's always stuck on situations like that and being like, that's, it's BS. That should have been a game-changing situation. And yeah, but these are professionals. They can do it a lot better than I can. So they're going to have to rally. They're going to have to know that the chances can be there. That City may make a mistake. Sancho was injured a while ago. I believe it was a muscle injury. He's hopefully going to be back in the next week or so, maybe, if we're lucky. How did Haaland miss a good chance? He's missed a couple. Even that Frankfurt game, he missed a couple good chances. City shouldn't even be playing in this competition, to be honest. I don't know about that. With the way Dortmund is playing, it's time for Pep to get nervous and make mistakes. Could be. He could be. He's probably very grateful that Ederson got away with one there. Remember, 1-0 is not bad still in this, lads. It is. It's a 1-0 scoreline. It's not bad at all. We scored a goal here in the second half. We are, honestly, in this great position for the next game. It just sucks we should have already had that goal. Laugh my ass off. I forgot about City somehow making it through the investigation. Knauff was weak. He was. He did look a little out of place. It was a risk. It was a risk Terzic went for, and like I said, I can see the risk due to Knauff's strengths, but unfortunately, it just hasn't panned out. The ref is getting, he looks nervous, man. Doesn't look like he wants to be there at all. Oh, man. He's going to get ripped on at the end of the game. But, man, I'm crying right now. How can he sow this type of stuff? I don't know, man. I'm watching the replay, and it's clear Ederson kicked Jude's leg. The biggest thing is it's clear that Jude got the ball first. Not to say on Dortmund's players' heads, but they are getting fired up. Yep, we're about to kick off here in the second half, guys. Josh, I feel for you guys. I'd take a draw. I would take a draw too, man. I'm looking at some of the stats, and Knauff is our highest rating player from the first half. That's why you can't look at some of the stats, man, because that's just not the case. It's just not the case. I thought Akanji was the best player in the field for us, in my opinion. I thought Dahoud looked pretty well. I thought Jude was great as well. Those are the three from me. I thought Knauff was one of the quieter players. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we kick off here in the second half. Let's see what we can do, boys, and let's roll on. It's kickoff has started, and of course, City have the ball. City have the ball. Gonna be nervous. But let's see what we can do. We're gonna have to sit back, we're gonna have to defend very, very well, and we're gonna have to hit on the break. It's an easy game plan. It's what Manchester United love to do, so we're gonna have to take a little take out of their playbook. But yeah, the other score is 2-0 for Madrid. And I'm watching that game kind of out of the corner of the eye, but yeah, we'll have to see. Josh, I need to disagree. Knauff was actually good. Everyone can have their own perspective on things, and I did one of the classic compliment followed by constructive criticism. I thought Knauff did well to get himself into positions where he can be dangerous. I thought he did that very well in the first half. He put himself in those positions, but in a match like this, you need that final killer instinct. You need that final ball. Knauff did not do that once. He made the wrong passes. He made wrong crosses. He made wrong looks. And We're not going to get a lot of chances. When you aren't able to take those, it's going to suck. But he has got a lot of energy, and he has put himself. So it just takes him, hopefully in the second half, because he's staying on, hopefully he will take one of those chances. So we'll see. We'll see what the boys can do. F City, time for soccer gods to repay us for that. Attaboy John, I like it. You guys got robbed. We did, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating when you're the underdogs and you get a glorious chance through a huge mistake to take advantage of that. But it's still 1-0, man. This is a score or close score line. Are your DMs open? Yes, they are, my man. You guys want to follow us on Twitter or on Instagram? Or you can see our handles in the bottom corner right there. Go give us a follow on Twitter or Instagram. And if you ever want to reach out to us, that is the way to do so. They are open. So, oh, that's a good ball. That's a good ball. Look at Holland go. Holland! No! Jeez. Oh, man. He has not been able to put him in the back of the net in the last few games. God. He doesn't. He doesn't take his chances in the last couple of games, man. I don't know what it is. He's been so lights out for us this season. And he missed 2 glorious opportunities in the Frankfurt game. And he just missed another huge one. He usually puts those in with his eyes closed. Oh, man. But who else started it from our boy Dahoud? You know. Come on. Come on. It was an excellent, excellent ball from Dahoud, man. That was picture perfect. And Holland's strength just throws him off. But that needed to be a little clip. There needed to be a little clip, little chip over the keep. He did so well to toss Diaz to the ground like he wasn't even there. But right there had to be a chip. And he went for a low little shot. And unfortunately, Ederson made a nice save. Damn. There's been a couple looks, man. Jude's had a good shot on net. Holland's got a glorious opportunity, man. He should have put that in the back of the net. Alex is pissed. Oh, that goals would have been so huge. You guys probably have an idea, but it is absolutely insane how valuable an away goal here would have been. Oh, man. But that's how you want to come out in the second half. Some of you guys in the chat were very positive. And that's exactly how you want to come out. Do you think the whole Holland transfer has made him lose focus? Potentially. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. You guys heard my opinion on what his dad and his agent were doing. I thought it was stupid. There's no other word for it. I don't know what benefit you have from publicly shopping your son around. Especially, maybe they thought he's just too good to be thrown off. But it could have. Maybe it threw him off. Or maybe he's just in a bad streak. There's been a few times where Holland's had unbelievable games, and he's gone quiet for a few games, so it's not the first time it's ever happened. But it could. I mean, you've seen what transfers do to young kids. So a lot of people blame the reason that Sancho had a poor start to the season on the failed transfer to United. So maybe Holland's frustrated with his team, frustrated with the future of not maybe getting Champions League. I don't know. It's hard to tell, man. I don't know what's going on with him, man, but like I said, those are the kind of finishes he puts in with his eyes closed. And he missed 2 glorious ones again against Frankfurt, but in my opinion, that looked like a natural chip. That had to be a little dink over the keeper. Here comes Knauff. We've been a little hard on him. Can he go in? Wins a corner, does well. That's what he's got to do. He's got a little confidence there, taking on the defenders. The ref is smiling at City players. I think so far we have been phenomenal in the second half, apart from the miss. We have. They said Liverpool just scored, though, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that quickly here. Who is it? Is it Diego Jota? Oh, no, it's Mohamed Salah. And he puts it in. It's a big goal for Liverpool. Corner here. Oh, good little opportunity. Oh, but City break. City break pretty well. But Foden does well. Does very well defensively there to break up that play, but a lot of sky blue shirts going forward. And a poor effort there by Foden. It's what we like to see. But Liverpool bring one back, and that's a pretty important goal for them, an away goal. Nice little almost save there by Courtois, but that was all through Diego Jota. It was nice. Here's a hot take. Haaland is going to be a flop when he leaves. Amibia has gotten him. And now he's going to probably become an average striker. His mindset, he needs to be sit back and rest. I disagree, my man. Haaland is too good of a player to ever be a bust. I think he can go to any league around the world. I think pretty much his agent, his dad, they've done so well with his career path, man. They really, really have. So I disagree a little bit. I disagree. I think that he'll go and he'll continually become one of the best strikers there ever was. But if you guys are new to the channel here and you want to drop a sub, we definitely appreciate it. Help a Dortmund fan who's been robbed today. And drop a like on the channel, guys. Helps with the algorithm. We love all the support you guys have shown us so far. It's been absolutely fantastic. And the boys are still in it. It's only 1-0. We arguably got robbed, but let's see what we can do. I love Dortmund. I love Haaland, but in recent performances, why does he needs to go to a bigger club in the Champions League? That's a good run there by Walker, but he didn't have any options there, and very well done from Dortmund to clear that out. That's very, very nice. And this is what Haaland can do. This is what Haaland can do. He can win the ball from that. But we're only losing 1-0. Come on. We're away. Let's go. We have a big chance at home. Yes, we do, man. A 1-0 scoreline is something I would walk away with. Again, it would have been a lot better if we would have got that goal, man. It would have completely changed the concept of this game. If that Bellingham goal, and I know I'm dwelling on the past, it sucks because there's not gonna be a ton of chances from Dortmund, man. But if that goal would have stood, it'd been 1-1 right now. We had the away goal. We are sitting pretty, going home. It'd have been a completely different game. But now we got to work our way back into it and take one of the chances. But I think we've been the better team in the second half. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that we've definitely been the better team in the second half. Haaland should have scored. It's getting into his own head, I think, a little bit. He should stay for his career. Yeah, I think so too. I think Haaland should stay here at least another season. If that release clause is real, man, he's going to be here for one more season, then someone is going to purchase it. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what his future has in store. I think having Champions League football is going to be a big part of it. Dortmund have to be careful with Foden. Yeah, Foden had a good couple looks here, but I don't know, man. In the second half, it kind of looks like City's sitting back a little bit. We've had a lot of the ball, a lot more of the ball than I think we'd ever had in the first half. So we're going to have to see what the boys can do. We're playing with it a little bit deep. It doesn't look like we have a real openness to go forward here. Has Haaland had a lot of chances? He had one glorious chance here in the second half that he should have scored. I don't think anyone here can disagree with that. He definitely should have scored it. And again, it would have been huge. It would have been absolutely huge. But City's pressing high up the pitch here, and it's making it a little challenging for Dortmund. But they're doing pretty well here to try to break out of their end. And they do an excellent job. An excellent job to break out. To find a little bit of space for Royce. Does well. Does very well. Haaland is a machine. Even machines malfunction once in a while. That's fair. That's fair. You can't be absolutely lights out every single time, but... Oh, Marai. Oh, that was a great, great little tackle by Cancelo. Thought I was going to smack that on the volley. Nice stream again today. 109 people. We're at 122 right now, guys. So if you're new around here, think about dropping a sub and hit a like. Hit that like button, guys. It helps the channel out more than you can know. I appreciate it. All you guys have been absolutely fantastic, and it's been quite a frustrating stream, as a lot of you guys probably know. Just because, I don't know. Like I said, going into this game, I didn't know what to expect. And arguably, I think the game really should be tied. I really think it should be. I think we've had the better chances. The Jude chance, the Haaland clear-cut chance should have been in. And then, of course, the goal we scored, which stupidly didn't count. So, yeah, I think this is a bit of an underwhelming performance from City in my perspective. I don't know what you guys think. If there's any City fans here right now who want to give an input on how they think that their team has done. I think they've done well with possession, but I haven't really had, in my opinion, a ton of clear-cut chances, and that was the reason I like seeing the fact that they weren't playing with a striker. His playing style is made for La Liga. I'm assuming you're referring to Haaland. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly where he's meant to go, but I know that he's a He's a heck of a player. And he will be sensational no matter where he goes. But hopefully he'll be with us for a little bit. Josh, how do you feel that you're almost at 69 likes? Can you guys get us to 69 likes? Roman's got a dirty little mind. Get us to 69 likes. And then just break it to 70, because why not? We can't let us stay at 69. But yeah, I don't know, man. BBB did get robbed of a goal. But I'm impressed. I really am. They've really been in this game. He's at 74. At 74 likes. There we go. You guys are killing it. Appreciate the likes, everybody. No, I was talking about Isaac. Isaac. That makes more sense. Yeah, I don't think he'd ever come back to Dortmund. A lot of people are, the only way I see him coming back is if we get Europa League football and we sell Holland and we can't find a smart strategic buy. A buyback clause for him might be good, but he's found so much success in La Liga for Real Sociedad. I don't know why he'd maybe want to come back, so it'd be interesting. Let's hope Gundogan doesn't score against y'all. Yeah, I hope not as well. Gundogan's had a fantastic career, but City is doing what, again, if I was Pep, I'd probably do as well, and that's bringing on a striker. So Gabby Jesus is coming on, and it's Bernardo Silva who's coming off. And yeah, man, it's frustrating that probably for Bernardo, he doesn't look too happy, but they didn't create a ton of chances. They really didn't, and they didn't really look like they had that focal point. De Bruyne did okay from time to time, getting a little bit of looks, but usually, in my opinion, when you're Kevin De Bruyne, you should be looking for number 9. But yeah, it's good to see, I guess, that Pep noticed that. But I mean, I don't know. I think that makes City a little bit more dangerous having a striker now. That's my opinion. So I mean, if you're a City fan, I'd be happy with that sub. As a Dortmund fan, I don't like it because I think that's what City arguably should have done. Their City team reminded me very similar to how we played with a false 9 against like a team like Augsburg, for example. A lot of possession, but no real finish. So, but yeah, I would make a sub as well. I see some of you guys calling for Hazard, and that's for me, that's the right call. But I don't know, man. Attaboy, Guerrero. That's excellent. And a poor ball. You just wonder. You wonder sometimes. It was such a nice little play by Guerrero to win the ball back, but we gotta play that on the deck, man. You had players in front of you. The balls in the air sometimes just aren't needed. You guys are crushing it on the legs, though. We definitely appreciate it. Could we get our 2014 squad with Immobile and the lads back? Would be nice. Ciro Immobile was a bust, unfortunately, for Dortmund, man. It's a good ball, though, for Gabby Jesus. Oh, nicely done, nicely done. I think that might have been offside. And it was. Yeah, we did, it was a big disappointment, man. I loved Immobile. I loved the signing. He did so well for Torino, and I'm like, this man's going to come in and do some wonderful things. And just an awful season all around for him. Wasn't good, but he's doing fantastic for Lazio right now, and got to give him props, But yeah, man, I don't know. We need a top 4 finish. And I mean, Knauff trips again. There's Marai, ball in the air, finds Holland. It's gonna be a foul. It is. It is. All right, boys. Here we go. This is where Marco Reus needs to step up and just put an absolute. That's a gorgeous position for a free kick. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at where that is. That is. Oh, baby. Let's get to 100 likes. Come on, guys. Drop a like before this free kick. Get a little bit of luck going. Subscribe if you're new. Let's do this, man. That is if you're a free kick taker, that's exactly where you want your free kick to be, man. Not directly on the line. That's a little bit too close. You want to have enough space to get it up and over the wall. And no one else. Actually, guys, before they take it, who do you think's going to take it? Royce or Guerrero? Because for me, it's arguably in a good position for both a left and a right foot taker. I feel like Royce is going to take it because he's desperate to score a goal, man. He's absolutely desperate to score a goal. But it to me, looks like it might favor Guerrero. But this is the moment, man. 61 minutes played. The away goal. Oh my god. I don't know, man. I say Guerrero takes it. I think Guerrero, in my opinion, is a little bit better at free kicks right now than Royce is. Just consistency-wise. I feel like it favors the lefty. But that's just me, man. Oh my god, it was dreadful. Oh, Royce, man, you just cannot find the confidence. Oh. It looked, to be fair, it looked like a good line. On the replay, it looked like a good line. But, oh man, it's a glorious opportunity. Guerrero should have took it. Guerrero should have took it. But the first substitution is made, man, after looking at a lot of Royces in the comments. That was poor. It was poor. Arguably, Guerrero should have took it. But the substitution was made. It wasn't the one I would have made, but Gio has come on. A man who's out of form, why not bring him on for a youngster? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I like it. I don't know how much I like the sub. I'm not gonna lie, guys. What do you think? What do you think about the sub? Gio wouldn't have been one of the ones I was super excited to bring on, but the kid's good still. The kid's good, but it's just he's not a man in form right now. And he doesn't even bring some of the, you know, the veteran presence that I think that even Hazard could have made. But anyways, he does well there to win the ball back. Oh, it's a foul. Ref, surely. Nope, why would it be? I thought Knauff put in a solid shift. So there seems to be a little bit of divided, and that's fine, guys. It's all about the way that you look at the game. But yeah, I mean, it's all, yeah, I don't know. But I'm just keeping an eye, sorry, here on the Madrid game. Oh, they had a 2-on-1. So poor pass by Asensio. But yeah, I mean, he did have a good shift in terms of energy, as really trying, putting himself in the net. And in my opinion, he had a poor shift in terms of final product. So you guys can take it as he is. He's a young kid. Crazy experience for him. He did okay. Gio comes on. Let's see what he can do. 64 minutes played. That's a good ball, though, to Kevin De Bruyne. Not where you want to have him in. Oh, that's a huge save. Oh, my Lord. What a save. Foden can't believe it. Oh. Man, that's an excellent ball, though, to release Kevin De Bruyne. And you know, with this kind of space, it's going to be dangerous. And he picks out a perfect pass for Foden. Poor composure from Foden, though. Sorry, my man. You had to pick a corner there. Puts it right at hits with a good reaction save to find a good foot to it. And as I'm impressed for that, Madrid, I'm looking to my left, and Madrid made it 3-1. 3-1. It's the defenders, I told you. That's a huge play, though, by Hits. And that's giving some confidence to the boys. It's a good touch by Jude. But Cancelo does well to win it back. Oh, no. No, Royce just about read it. Shit, man. I'm giving credit to Dortmund, man. They're done better in this game than I thought they were going to. But Vinny Jr. scored another goal for Madrid. Looked like a relatively poor goal from Alisson's perspective. Looked like he probably should have palmed that away. Oh, but Royce did so well there to pick off that pass. I mean, he didn't pick it off, but he almost did. It was a right play, but it's Gundogan. And that's an excellent block by an experienced defender in Mats Hummels. Well done. It's been a wild game, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? If it ended 1-0 right now, I'd say that's a win. In terms of it gives us a good fighting chance. I mean, oh, it's a good spin there by Foden. Poor ball, though. Dortmund's done well to break out from the back, though. There's been some plays with a very, very rushing Manchester City team coming on the back forward. We played it out pretty well. Now Delaney should get on. Yeah, I guess for Chan. Oh, Dahoud did well, but got it picked off. What did you eat today? Okay, weird. You're asking me what I ate? What did I have for breakfast? I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. I had macaroni salad for lunch, though. So, you know, good stuff. And I had oatmeal. That's what I had for breakfast. That's all I ate today. Bro, we have the chance in this game. We do, man. We've been the better team this second half. This City team, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if it's just the CL curse, but they've not looked good. And the way that this is going, I could see us getting one. Jude does very well there, man. Jude's had a good game. Jude's had a very good game. Him and Akanji, to me, have really stood out. Hummels has done well as well. Dehu's done well. 3 more likes, guys. 3 more likes until we hit something. I'm not sure what the target is, but we have our good viewer there keeping track, getting us the likes. We definitely appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what Dortmund's done, man. Like I said, they are playing like there's not a lot of pressure. They are. It's as simple as that. They're playing like there's not a lot to lose. This is not how they looked against Bayern. They looked terrified against Bayern. Are you going to stream on Twitch ever again? Yeah, at some point we will. We have to figure out what we're doing. We're working very hard, obviously, on our channel. Producer T and I have goals for the channel. We're trying to put out all the time we can. We want to get to Twitch eventually, but we're trying to do our best. So, I mean, the more we keep growing, the more it gives us a chance to have more frequent content on our Twitch. But for you guys who don't know, we are competing in Borussia Dortmund's International FIFA 21 tournament. I won the Canada fan group FIFA 21 tournament, so I qualified for the international tournament. So we will be streaming some FIFA 21. So we'll see what we can do there. For any of you FIFA fans who want to watch me compete in that tournament, we will stream that for you guys. So it'll be fun. Brandt, Hazard, and Delaney on. It's probably what I would do with our remaining subs, my man. I definitely agree with that. But I don't know, man. I'm surprisingly impressed. I wasn't one of the fans who were going into this game who were like, man, we were gonna run on. I mean, I had a little bit of faith, mostly because of how City are in this competition. But I've been very impressed with this, and if the ref wasn't clueless, man, we would be arguably at least having a goal. And the goal, like I said, is so valuable. So let's go. Score 1. It's as simple as that. I like it. I like it, my man. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm genuinely happy, and it's giving me... I feel relaxed. I feel relatively relaxed. I feel like the City fans are a little less relaxed because they know that if Dortmund keeps pushing the way that they are and it's a 1-0 scoreline at home, it's going to put this team in a lot of trouble if we're able to nick one. It's a nice ball to Dahoud. To our boy. Oh, finds Royce. Ah, they did well there. They did well. There is still a chance, man. There's 20 to go. That's a foul, though. Yeah, I think we can get one. I think we've been the better team this half. I think we've had more chances. I don't know if the psychological aspect of the game is coming into the City squad. I thought bringing on Gabby Jesus was more of a proactive substitution for City. I thought it would have gave them more of a target up front, but they've really lacked chances. The one glorious chance they had is Foden probably should have buried it. But they had, again, it's just as good as the chances Holland had, who probably should have buried it. So it's been a relatively even game, and I think a 1-1 scoreline would have been fair. But it's 1-0. That means that City's going to keep pushing, and that means that we're going to be pushing as well. So it's going to be a little game of chess, man. Carlos says it's sad that we should have had 3 goals, and you are absolutely spot on. The one that hurts the most for me is the Jude goal. Just, man, it sucks. It sucks. But the Holland goal is frustrating for him because he hasn't had a lot of service, man. He hasn't had a lot of looks. He's been very quiet in this match. But unfortunately for him, he did have that one opportunity where he just wasn't able to put them back in the net. Yes, Core, I do see your comments. And yes, I did say we could. I do think we could get one. If we keep pressing, we keep playing the way that we are right now, there's a good opportunity we could nick one, man. But we're gonna have to get it right in this last 20. I don't know what sub would you guys make next. I'm trying to think. I want to see a way to get Hazard on, but I don't know who do I want to take off because I don't really want to take off Royce. And I don't want to take off one of the midfields to put up an attacker because I think it'd be too unbalanced. I don't ever want to leave this game where we have a two-man midfield. So Delaney for maybe Chan would be the only other sub I'd be looking to do because I think Dahoud and Bellingham have been sensational in this match. So then I guess the only other one would be Hazard for Royce eventually. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Akanji has been good. Akanji and Bellingham have been my two players. And outside of the foot from our boy Hummels, but right to the keep. Yes, but who do you guys take off? That's the big question. Do you, like I said, I don't want to see this at any part whatsoever. We have a two-man midfield. So if Delaney comes on, it's got to be for one of the center mids. And if Hazard comes on, oh, that's a nice move by Foden. Oh, but it's excellently defended by Hummels. And then if Hazard or Brandt comes on, it has to come on for one of the attackers. I don't want to see a 4-2-3-1. It's not going to work against this team. And going into the match, 1-0 down is much better than going into 2-0 down. Do referees ever get penalized for making incorrect calls? Oh, yeah. You can get severely punished, man. You've seen it all the time with... That was an excellent move, though, by Foden, man. But you see it all the time, man. If you have a horror show, you can get a calling, you can have a hearing, you could get fined, you can get suspended, depending how severe and what happens. You've seen refs get months suspensions. You've seen some refs never ref again. What this guy's done today hasn't, in my opinion, deserved a huge suspension. I think if anything, it should be a hearing. And sometimes you can't blame the ref. If you're gonna put someone who's inexperienced, as apparently this man is, that's got to be on you. Anyone's gonna jump at the opportunity to grow their career. This is a big step probably for the ref. He's gonna take it. He's had in my opinion, a relatively poor outing. But you gotta look at the people putting him in this position. Maybe he should have started with a group stage game if they had never done a Champions League game before with VAR. Like it's gotta be a point where it's just stupidity to do this. But I don't know. The fact that it's still 1-0, man, is crazy because it's been wild. City could have scored a couple. We could have scored a couple. We definitely should have scored one. My baby bro says, hi, Josh. So say hello to your baby bro for me, my man. Make sure that he's a Dortmund fan. That's the most important thing. But City's got a little bit of the ball right now. And it'd be huge. I mean, I wouldn't be mad whatsoever. I mean, I would be mad. I'm mad because of the whole Jude situation. Because it would have changed the entire complexity of both legs. I am absolutely livid. But 1-0 is okay. Away from home, going into a second leg, it's okay. If we were in Italy in the 90s, all the City players would have been whipped off the pitch. Oh, Italy, man. That is, yeah, there's some stories there. Manchester City still have 12 men on the field. They do. They picked up an extra guy. Imagine playing a ref and being only 1-0 down. Yeah, man, it's been interesting. Okay, well, I don't know why you would ever take Haaland off, my man. There's no one to put on. No one to put on for Haaland. It doesn't matter if he's out of form. He's the only man you want on the pitch in that striker position because he may be poor all game, but it takes one opportunity, and then he will put it in the back of the net eventually. Oh, De Bruyne does excellent there, and he takes a hit. Oh! Ooh. Kevin was very strong on his feet there. It does very well. I mean, he could easily went down, but I mean, I give kudos to him for staying up like that, and then he arguably could have scored. A good hit, low, a little wide. Haaland does lead more to service, man, but it's, like I said, it's a game of chess. You got to be very careful the men you throw forward, because if you don't score that goal, it could come back and bite you in the butt. Oh, Guerrero. No, again, it's a stupid place to give away the ball. If this ends in the back of the net, we've done it to ourselves, but oh, man. Little mistakes. Guerrero decides to take on a man for no reason, looks for a foul that wasn't ever one. That could have costed us, and that would have been an ugly way to go down by 2, but Hits it okay there. It was a decent little effort. Tactical managers here. Tactical manager Filippo, how you doing, my man? You would have saw some frustration here for your young American. Gio came on, so you have someone to keep an eye on, but he's been very quiet. But for tactical manager, my man who does not probably, I don't know if you're watching the game or not, but we got ripped off. We definitely did. The game, in my opinion, should be 1-1 right now. Bellingham should have scored a goal. The ref blew it before he tapped it in the net. It wasn't a foul. Whole mess. It was a whole mess. The ref has not had a good game. And we're in the 77th minute right now, running out of time. But given that we're away from home, man, a 1-0 scoreline is decent. It is a decent scoreline, but it should be 1-1. And if we nick one here, which is very possible, we've been the better team in the second half. By far, we have. And De Bruyne is still playing that false 9 role. Gabby Jesus is playing it on the wing, which I think is awkward. Tactical manager, have you seen the ref robbing us? I'm not sure if Tactical has watched the game or not. But someone just said Norwich City smashed Huddersfield 7-0, which is crazy. Producer T and I have a little love for Norwich City. But we have Gio on the ball. It's a nice little ball to Holland, but no. Picked off pretty easily there. And then De Bruyne, man, such a good pass to the ball. Finds Jesus. He's got no one with him, though. A lot of yellow shirts creeping up. Runs out of room. City are going a little forward. I don't know. It didn't look like a very fun flowing game for this City squad. It really didn't. I'm genuinely happy with the 1-0 scoreline. I feel ripped off, if anything. But we got to be careful here because you can't go down by 2. And no foul on Gundogan. Gotta like it. Ref's trying to give us some makeup calls here and there, but I think it's a little too late. But I don't know, man. If we get one late in this game and we go into the next leg 1-1 with that away goal, I don't know, because this City team does not look like the one on the weekend that took out Leicester. It really doesn't. But it's a different competition. And like I said that's going to be a huge thing with this City squad is the mindset of trying to overcome what they are in this competition. But, I mean, going back home, having Sancho back, I think it's going to be a different kind of complexion if he's able to come back for that game. But the possession's been decent. Like, I was expecting City to have 65% of the ball. That was going to be my guess, but it's been 57-43, which is a lot more even than I was anticipating. But they've got a little stretch here where they got the ball. I'm sort of confused with Dortmund. We don't make good chances, but we shoot too much. We just need to next season with Marco Rose. But there's Phil Foden. Oh, Foden has had a few good looks today, man. But his finishing has been poor. He has done very well, man. He's got very good movement on him. Just walks through the defenders like they're not even there. But his finishing has not been on. We had a nice little debate with Steven from the channel. And I'm not going to lie, Foden has looked good today. But I gotta say, man, if that was Sancho in that position, that'd be in the back of the net. Be in the back of the net. But here comes our boy Delaney. Phil Foden was horrendous. The shot from him, yeah. But yeah, Dahoud comes off for Delaney. That tells me Delaney's gonna go back a little deeper, and then Meunier comes on, which, you know, the boys will gotta love here. Meunier comes on for Murai. Don't like that. Don't like that. But yeah, I'm happy with Delaney. That's just telling me we're going to try to sit back and see out the game. And arguably, they like him, you hate him. Murai is more of an attacking fullback. And your guys' fan favorite here, Meunier, is a little bit more defensive. So, I mean, those subs right there tell me that we're going to hold on to the 1-0 game and hope to do something in the second half here. But it's a good little ball to Holland. Just kind of went for it. Just, the old school Sunday league kick and hope. This about kind of what we're doing here. There's been a lot of people slipping on the pitch today. I've watched Knauff fall 3 or 4 times, and Jude just took another little spill. But it is very important, man, in the last 10 or so here to hold on to that 1-0 scoreline. It really is. Oh, Mahrez does well. Nicely done there as well from Hummels. He brought on Meunier. He did, man. He brought on Meunier. A lot of you guys hate it. But like I said, to me, no one there. Finds Cancelo to Kevin De Bruyne. That's, again, the movement on Kevin De Bruyne is gross, but finds Haaland, does well. Attaboy Chan. Oh, man. But yeah, I don't know. It just tells me, bring up those 2 subs just tell me we're going to try to hold on to the 1-0 scoreline here. And I don't know if it's the right call. What do you guys think? Would you guys have went for it? Would you guys have tried to get the away goal? Because it's, like I said, I love using this thing. It's a chess match. You put men forward. You try to get a goal that it would be unbelievably valuable. No denying it. The away goal would be huge. But then if you don't get it, and then, you know, City hit one back when you try to put some men forward and they make it 2-0, that does make your task a lot harder because, I don't know, it's tough because the away goal is so hard. It's so hard to get, and it's so valuable if you do get it. And if we don't have one here, that does, and City have the lead. Oh, man, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to know what to do. I wouldn't really judge Terzic for going for it or not going for it. But I'm sure we're going to try to push when we can. Even though the substitutions tell me that we're not. That's a beautiful ball. Marco Reus! Let's go! He gets it and he wakes up! Marco Reus! Oh man, what are we watching? And it's deserved, man. It's a deserved goal. It absolutely is. Like, City were not that good this game, man. They weren't. That's a good game plan, and that is such an important goal. And what a little touch here by Haaland. Knows exactly where Reus is. Takes it, and finally, the man gets going. And it's deserved. It's a deserved goal. I don't care what anyone says. That is a... Oh, baby. My score prediction, knock on wood, was 1-1. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That away goal is so valuable. I can't believe what I'm watching. I cannot believe what I'm watching, man. It comes to a point, man, where you don't think it's gonna come. We've been screwed all game. And Reus needed that for his... I mean, we got some good Bayern fans here in the chat, guys. They're respecting it. It was deserved. It was a deserved goal. George alluded to it. He said it was a nice goal. It was a deserved goal, and it was. It was. And City find a way. City find a way. Oh, man. 1-1 away result. And you can't write this stuff, man. You can't. And arguably, we made the substitutions that we should to sit back defensively. So now you sit back. Now you defend. You don't even try anymore for the offense, man. You need to hold on to this. This is a glorious, glorious result. 1-1 is huge. Absolutely huge. That's a huge ball back door, though. And well done by Guerrero. Yeah, I'm wearing a Reus jersey, too. The exact same one he's wearing. Bayern fans do want BVB to win. There is that mutual love between the Bundesliga when it comes to the Champions League. There was. And we got some good Bayern fans in the chat today. It's good for our league. We all know that. But, man, I can't believe a beautiful link-up play from Haaland. He may not have scored today, but that was an excellent, excellent touch. There is a foul given. It is a dangerous situation. This is where we don't like the likes of Kevin De Bruyne whipping in balls. I laugh my ass. Dortmund got robbed. They did, but man, they showed character. They showed huge character to be able to kind of come back from this. Because, like I told you, I'm someone who gets pissed. And if I get ripped off like that, if I score a goal and it's ruled off, it's hard. I mean, but I'm not a professional. I'm not someone who can deal with it at this pressure. But, baby, look at some of the members coming in. We see Roman. We see Bai. A couple of our beautiful members. Gotta love it, man. I told you earlier on Twitch, Haaland will hold the ball up, Rice will score. You did. You did, man. But now we got a huge, huge set piece to defend here. Huge set piece. This is where we need to find a way to figure it out. Bruyne whips it in. It's an excellent ball. Of course it is, but it is over. He's good. He's good. He's good at whipping in balls. But that's what Hummels is there for, man, to clean that kind of stuff up. Oh, man. Phil Foden's got the corner. Dortmund is leading on away goals, remember. Oh, baby, I remember. That away goal is priceless. Absolutely priceless. And I wasn't sure it was going to come. That's why I was so gutted when Bellingham had his clear-cut goal ruled off. And then Haaland had that opportunity, man. That is massive, boys. Drop a like. Sub if you're new. You wicked Dortmund fans out there. 3 to go. I want Liverpool to score again. What's the score over there? It's 3-1. 3-1 for Madrid. It's tough. If Liverpool win 2-1 at home, they move on away goals. That's the crazy thing about that rule. But, man, I can't believe what I'm watching. A draw would be great for Dortmund. Yes, it would. I said, man, the best result you could have realistically asked for, and it was my prediction. In a prediction I wanted to be kind of biased, but realistic against. I said 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw is the goal. And the way we played, we absolutely deserved it. Absolutely deserved it. But we need to hold on. There's still a lot of defending that we're going to have to do here late in the game, man. Whew. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a mindset thing with this City squad? The way that they're playing? And they can't figure it out on the day when it matters? Nicely done by Akanji, who's been an absolute wall today. And it finds Jude, the other wall. Black and yellow's in my veins forever. There's Chris, my man. Chris, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you on Instagram. I just saw your message before we went off and the stream was already over. But you're here, my man. You were here and you're cheering on the black and yellows. I don't know how many times it's gonna be added on. I'm assuming I don't know. I'd say probably 3 minutes, 3 or 4. Akanji and Hummels were on a different level. They were, man. And the speed of Akanji is so crucial to having him back in the lineup. And the composure of Hummels makes them work so well together. It's a poor ball there by Chan, though, turning it over. But we got a lot of defending to do. But we did it, man. Marco Reus, and he needed to. We were talking about it so much on the preview. If there was one man who needed to do something in the goal-scoring charts today, it was Marco Reus, and I'm so glad he was able to break that duck. Wait, what did I message you? You just asked on Instagram, you commented it. You asked when the stream on Twitch was starting, and I didn't see it until the Twitch stream was over. It's, I mean, man, that sucks. It's a shitty way to concede a goal. Royce is pissed. We should be. It sucks, but man, a 2-1 scoreline is 10 times better. 10 times. I mean, it sucks, but you see this Dortmund squad concede goals left, right, and center, and it looks on to me pretty clearly. It's a beautiful ball by De Bruyne. It's Meunier. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't Meunier make the mistake to piss off all of our viewers? Can't get there. Gundogan does well to take it down. Finds Foden. He found the shooting boots right there. It's not a great time. It's frustrating. Damn, man. I don't know if VAR is going to look at this, if it's offside. It's a big goal. The surprise of Thomas Meunier. And it's a good goal. And it's a shitty time to give it up, guys. And it's frustrating, but man, I mean, the ref screwed us all game. That had nothing to do with the ref, that one. But again, if we were able to make it a 2-1 loss rather than a 1-0 loss, I would take that every single time. Because all that requires is a 1-0 win at home. But no, it was not offside, guys. Goal stands. It's frustrating, man. It's such a simple goal to give up. Poor defending from, of course, Meunier. And yeah, it's just not getting his runs properly. He couldn't man mark. He let it slip. He should never be caught in a position like that where he's facing the ball while Gundogan is just sneaking in backdoor. It is poor. It is poor to give up. But again, I mean, if it can stay like this, a 2-1 scoreline away from home is not terrible. That is what, for example, guys, PSG, we beat PSG last year 2-1 at home. It can be tough, especially when it can be tough on us last year when PSG has that away goal. It sucks. It sucks. I'm not trying to make a huge silver lining, man, but yeah, Twitter's gonna blow up. Twitter's gonna be so angry at Meunier, and I don't know. I don't know how much opinion I can have. Dortmund couldn't hold on for 4 minutes. Yeah. A lot of heads being shake, but we got an away goal, guys. So I mean, it's a very fine silver lining. A 1-1 draw would have been huge. Would have been absolutely huge. It really would have been. It's a scoreline you dream of. Damn, man. And if we get a late one here, it's even better. A 2-2 scoreline's better than a 1-1 scoreline. But we got about 15 seconds to go in this match. And Hummels is just going to pump it upfield. It's a good ball. Finds Haaland. Foden gets back well. And that's the game. Yeah, I mean, Chris has a good point there, man. Go watch the end of the Liverpool and Madrid game, but we are absolutely in this tie. It sucks because we've done it so many times this season. Time in, time out, we give goals right at the end from balls that should be defended. And unfortunately, once again, Meunier gets looked at like, it's your fault. But either way, it's a 2-1 scoreline going into a home leg where, if you guys look at it this way, a 1-0 win at home against a City team who's probably a little bit nervous. We're absolutely in this tie. This is the best VVV played all year against the current best club in the world. Dan, you have a good point, my man. But again, it comes to little frustrations. It does. They had an excellent game. I think they were unlucky. Jude should have scored. Haaland should have scored. For different reasons. Haaland should have buried it. Ref shouldn't have sucked. But it comes to simple things. We could have seen this game out as a 1-1 draw, and that terrifies any City supporter going into the second leg. It does. It has to. But instead, a simple ball from Kevin De Bruyne, not defended very well from Meunier. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'll take it. There is frustration. I am frustrated because we were at that perfect scoreline. We were at the perfect scoreline, but it just, it didn't quite work out. And it's 2-1. But I'm much happier going in with a 2-1 loss than a 1-0 loss, because we got that tricky away goal, which really opens the tie, man. It really opens the tie. But we got some takeaways to touch on, man. We got 5 takeaways. We'll make them community, because I saw some of you guys putting in some of your takeaways. I'm sure they'll be relatively similar to some of mine as well. It was a good game, though. It was a good game. It sucks the way that we ended, man, because it was so perfect. It was so perfect. Our main man, our skipper, our leader, Marco Reus, comes in, breaks his duck, gets the goal, and we just couldn't hold on. And once again, it comes to the type of goals we concede, man. The type of goals we concede. I told my dad when Meunier came on, we concede because of him. And then it happened. Shocker. Alex is not impressed. We have hopefully a better team next game. Yeah, guys, we're going in with that away goal. What takes 1 goal on top of the fact we may have Sancho back. So it's not all doom and gloom, and I may not see, I don't seem overly happy because we had the perfect scoreline. We had the 1-1 draw, the dream scenario away from home, getting an away goal and not losing the game. And then we concede the way that we do, which just has been so familiar to us this season, man. And it's just hard to get me back going on it. But I don't know, man. There's a lot to talk about. And we're going to have our 5 takeaways that'll come up after this match. Just try to break down the game a little bit more, because there's a lot of positives to take away from it. But there's a lot of a few negatives to take as well. But all in all, man, if you say a 2-1 loss before the game, I probably would have took it. I mean, I would have paid you to give me the 1-1 draw, but I mean, a 2-1 loss, man, is not that bad. So what do you guys say we rally and we come up with our 5 takeaways? So we're going to end this stream off right now. We had some fantastic support here with you guys. We're going to start our 5 takeaways. So if you guys want to have your input in, once it goes live, once the chat's available, start plugging away your 5 takeaways. We'll touch on them, and we'll move on from there, guys. So thank you, everyone, so much for the support. This stream was absolutely fantastic. Drop a like on the way out. You guys crushed it with the likes. And if you guys are new around here, you like the content, please subscribe. We definitely appreciate it. And we will see you guys over for our 5 takeaways. We'll talk to you soon.